Hype app now at XL1067.com. Hype, that's HYPH. Or on Instagram at XL1067. Watch out, Music World. Here you come.
It's hot. We all know that. Have you noticed your power bill is skyrocketing? The current cost of energy is the highest it's ever been, and it's probably going to just keep getting higher. Solar Source can change that for you. I recently took the plunge with Solar Source with my pool heater, and man, it's been a game changer. I love working with Solar Source. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 6,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's and my sister's included. Solar Source makes it easy with a free estimate. Monster listeners, they have an online tool that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. No pressure, no salesman, just the facts. You can harness your own power and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting your electricity at higher and higher prices. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote. Solar Source, the most trusted name in solar. solarsource.com/monsters.
Attention business owners, this is John Souza, CEO of ERTC.com. The Employee Retention Tax Credit Program provides up to $26,000 per W-2 employee. If you're confused about the ERTC program, stop right now. Don't fall for false promises. The bottom line, there is no such thing as guaranteed eligibility. Being innovative with taxes can lead to an audit. All ERTC companies are not the same. The easiest way to know if a company is non-compliant is to ask one simple question. Is the CPA working on my file a W-2 employee of your company? If not, stop right now. Contact ERTC.com. IRS compliance is not an option. At ERTC.com, everything is done in-house by expert CPAs, and there is no cost to get started.
Get your free refund information now. 800-200-3122. 800-200-3122. 800-200-3122. That's 800-200-3122.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Considering LASIK eye surgery? Well, look no further than the Filatowski Eye Institute. When it comes to your vision, trust the expertise of one of the most experienced surgical teams in all of Central Florida. With over 3 decades of experience, the team at the Filatowski Eye Institute has successfully performed over 65,000 LASIK procedures using the latest state-of-the-art technology. Text 1041 to 868686 to schedule your LASIK consultation, offering 24-month interest-free financing. Exceptional care is accessible. Just text 1041 to 868686 to start your journey to clearer vision today.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Learn more at chase.com/business premier. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Account subject to credit approval. Restrictions and limitations apply. Cards are issued by JP Morgan Chase Bank. Any member FDIC.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The 3 best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and Sealand.
It is Friday, December 1st, 2023. Lots to get to today, from who won the debate to people are having seizures after trying a new drink and a mysterious giant rat the size of a baby, plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Yo, yo, yo.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send a dispatch, go to thenewsjunkie.com, hit record on your your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/The News Junkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time, and this never, ever, ever happens.
What happened?
We got a last-minute message, folks. Let me just check this, double-check it here. Yep, yeah, this is a last-minute message from that lady who got addicted to porn. Let's see what she says.
Have a great Friday, you mother...
We did it, everybody. We made our way through a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday has arrived. Pat yourself on the back. We're rolling into the weekend together. How's everybody doing on a Friday?
Not bad.
Buddy.
Not good over there? Not good? What's going on, Sabrina?
My sweet Carl, something's wrong with him. He's, have you ever seen the sprinklers that go like from like left to right and then all the way back?
Yeah.
He did that with his BH and diarrhea starting last night.
Well, this is what happens when you're 6, you know? You get a little older.
Stop it.
This is what happens when you get a little farther up there in age. Oh, he'll be okay, I hope, right?
He's not feeling, right after the show, I'll be going to the vet. And because they were like, he's really tiny, so we don't want him to get dehydrated. And I'm like, based on that diarrhea, yeah, I'll be there right after the show.
Is he just sleeping right there behind you? Is that him?
Yeah, he's in his avocado bed.
Oh, look at the little guy over there.
One of those.
Yeah, that looks comfy. My God.
It's very comfortable.
All right.
I've slept on it.
Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And we go to the debate last night.
Oh, no. Sure. Tell me you're not taking the clip I was going to play.
Maybe. I'm not sure. We'll see. Probably, though. Probably.
Is there some cartography involved?
Perhaps there is. We'll see in a moment. But there was a debate last night between, of course, Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, who's running for president, and Gavin Newsom, who's not running for president, as far as we know officially. But, why not? Let's have just them debate for the hell of it. Let's do this thing. Here we go.
Well, I'm looking at total time. Governor DeSantis, about 2 minutes. He needs it.
This is a map of San Francisco.
Brown map.
There's a lot of plots on that. You may be asking, what is that plotting? Well, this is an app where they plot the human feces that are found on the streets of San Francisco.
I'm sorry,
you see how
that's a real thing too, actually. There's a map that you could find where they plot.
He's holding a piece of paper with poop printed on it.
It looks like it's poop, but it's actually just the brown map of all the little dots where there is human feces on the streets of San Francisco, I guess.
The whole thing is covered because that is what has happened in one of the previous greatest cities this country's ever had. Human feces is now a fact of life, except when a communist dictator comes to town. Then they cleaned up the streets. They lined the streets with Chinese flags.
He had an opening there, so it was pretty clear to me that he was going to take that when given the opportunity. Showing the poop map to, what's his name? I called him Gavin Rossdale. Gavin Newsom. The governor of California. Again,
there's poop in Florida, too. It's just more spread out.
Yeah, if you go to San Francisco, it is a thing, though.
Poop everywhere.
On the sidewalks and stuff. And I had to step over it a couple of times when I went there. It's weird. And they had a back and forth. It went around for a while there last night. Still, weird that they're like, these aren't two contenders for president. These are just two people. I don't know why.
What was the point? Who brought it up? Who decided to take this to television?
I'll tell you the actual point here, which is kind of weird. The actual point is Joe Biden's just kind of the dude there, and he's the one who's going to continue on as the Democrats' representative. In fact, in Florida, there was several people who stepped up who said they wanted to primary Biden and run against him, and the Democrats in Florida decided, you know what, we're not going to do that. We're just going to give him an automatic stamp and let him be the choice for the state of Florida.
At one point, I think Newsom told DeSantis, the one thing we have in common is neither of us will be our party's pick for candidate in 2024.
Right. And it's like, why are they debating then? I guess it's just because one is seen as the next in line for the Republicans, maybe, and one is seen as the next in line for the Democrats. Because Newsom is a big figure. He's the governor of a huge state. California's a massive state. And they're very at odds with one another. So they decided, let's get some fireworks going on here, and let's have these two debates. And it went on for, 2 hours or something. It went on for a while.
Were they talking over each other, or was there any sort of decorum?
One of the articles I read about this, and I think this was spot on, they said they weren't just talking over each other. They weren't talking over sentences of each other. They were talking over paragraphs of each other. So they would just keep going, each of them, like trying to like alpha talk the other one out of it.
That gives me anxiety.
You can't hear anything anybody's saying, and round and round they go. But I think actually, Ron
I just think that this is like a pretty good.
Go ahead.
If we were talking at the same time, that would be a funny bit.
Don't do that to me. I think Ron DeSantis did a good job defending his record last night against Newsom. And Newsom is slick, but I don't think he came off as well as he wanted to, especially on the COVID stuff. Like, Newsom's point against Ron DeSantis on the COVID stuff was so weird. He said, you followed all the medical advice. You followed Fauci. You followed all of the experts, and you shut down your state. And it's like, okay.
Yeah.
And then
did 48 other states.
Right. And then afterwards, he tried to say, and then you opened everything up and all the old people died in the state of Florida. It's like, you're trying to have it both ways. Like, he's trying to make him look bad to Republicans by saying he followed Fauci's advice. And then, and also he was too loose with the rules and everybody died on the beaches of Florida or whatever made up thing we're going to do. So some of the back and forth here. Let's see what else they said.
Joe Biden is sitting on his hands. He refuses to take care of the border. He refuses to hold the drug cartels accountable. This is the vision of Biden, Harris, Newsom.
I support border security. I think the asylum system is broken. I believe that we need.
God, he's a handsome man.
I'm the one that I'm
He's a good-looking guy.
The border state governor. You're trolling folks and trying to find migrants to play political games to try to get some news and attention so you can out-Trump Trump.
They hate each other.
How's that going for you, Ron? You're down 41 points in your own home state. Biden administration, the last 3 years. It's been a master.
Joe Biden paying you tonight?
3.9%.
Is Joe Biden paying you tonight?
State versus state.
No, but it's about the United States.
You know, one thing that I thought was really a weird look for Gavin Newsom, the final question, Sean Hannity from Fox was like the moderator of this, whatever. And the final question was, say something good about the other person's state. So, like, Ron DeSantis, say something good about California.
What are they, children?
Yeah.
Say something nice about the other person next to you.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah. That's what they're doing. And they said, Gavin Newsom, say something nice about Florida. And so they start off with Ron DeSantis, and he talks about how he served in the military, and he was in California, and he was in this beautiful city, and Californians were great. And he said a bunch of great stuff about California. And they went over to Gavin Newsom, and he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't, like, just say one nice thing about Florida. He just
Gavin.
He went back to his talking points instead of just going, Florida's a beautiful state, sunshine. He could have said a million different things.
Florida has a bigger Disney than our
World.
Disney.
Yeah, he could have said that, really. But he didn't get into any of that. I thought that was kind of a lame move on his part. I thought DeSantis rolled him pretty well, but we'll see what you think. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Send us a dispatch over there. It is December, friends.
Whoa.
Holy cow. Here we are in the month of December, and I have a dream. Just like Martin Luther King, my dream is a bit different, though I agree with his dream, just to put that out there.
It sounds like you don't like his dream.
No. I love the dream.
Like you don't really like his dream.
The whole thing, all men created equal and all that stuff, yeah, I totally agree. But this is my dream because they've just launched the opportunity of a lifetime, friends. They say at the hotel in New York City for the month of December, a little hotel you might know called the Plaza
Heard of it?
Hotel. They have what they call the Home Alone 2 package. And this allows guests to recreate their own version of Home Alone 2 Lost in New York by going through all of the different things that happen in the movie.
Do we get to watch angels with filthier souls?
Let me see if it says anything about that. It says a cheese pizza is also included. And you get the cheese pizza in the limousine that you're taking around.
Okay, now we're talking. Because if one of your accoutrements, if one of your amenities to this big package is getting a cheese pizza in the city that has more pizza than any other place,
right?
I mean, it's almost like a nothing burger.
Right. And here's this. I think this is a little too much, actually. They say, see New York City through Kevin McAllister's eyes with a 4-hour private limousine ride. I think that's a little bit long, actually. Pass by.
Right. They'll stop.
Yeah, they're
right?
going to stop at the filming locations from the movie, like the Empire State Building, Rockefeller Center, Central Park, Carnegie Hall, Radio City Music Hall. You get the cheese pizza while you're going.
All right, but at those stops, are they giving you express access to stuff that you would normally have to wait in line for? Is your admission to the top of the Empire State Building or to Rockefeller Center, stuff like that, is that all included? Because this is not looking too bad.
It doesn't say whether or not you get that, but it says it features a Home Alone-inspired over-the-top ice cream sundae delivered right to your room with 16 scoops of ice cream, whipped cream, cherries, M&Ms, brownie bits, chocolate, caramel, and raspberry sauce, so you can be Kevin in Home Alone 2.
Are you paying for this, or you winning?
Great?
You can pay for it. Anybody can get it. They offer it up to anybody who wants to go to the Plaza Hotel and do that.
You get a little upgrade, and then you have like two strange older men try to kidnap you in all the ways.
I would try this out, but there's a couple of other things I think I would want. Having people chase you around the sticky bandits at that point in time would be fun. I would be into that. I would also be into watching the Angels with even filthier wings that C-Lane mentioned. That would be fun. But I need the bellhop guy to be there too. I need him
Rob
to be
Schneider.
I need Rob Schneider to be my bellhop, and I'm going to tip him gum. I'm going to do all this stuff from the movie.
That's part of the experience, I think.
I'd like to stay overnight at that toy store that was featured in the movie.
See, look, it says there are asterisks on the offers here on the Plaza. It says limousine ride around New York City, visiting filming locations. The limo ride is not a guided tour. And also, they want to make sure limo color may vary.
Okay, it's very important stuff. And you know what they're missing out on? One thing they're missing out on big time. You should get a talk boy when you check into the hotel.
Ooh, very true.
I should give you that talk boy.
That would be good.
This is Kevin McAllister, the father, and you can do all that stuff.
Do you think if you gave like a child a talk boy right now, they would know what to do with it? Like
No.
There's a certain age where most people have never used a cassette player.
I think these kids have no idea what it is or how to use it. Tony says on YouTube, Duncan's Toy Chest. Yes, that's where I want to stay. Duncan's Toy Chest was a fun part of that movie, man.
But I think this is genius because I'm sure they're upcharging the already expensive Plaza Hotel.
Oh, yeah.
But it doesn't look like they're spending a whole lot of money on this experience.
Ice cream pizza and a limo?
Ice cream pizza and a limo that is not a guided tour.
Yeah, and then they'll say this is twice the price of the average stay at the Plaza Hotel. Why not? All right, we got lots for you today. A big show on this lovely Friday as we push you into the weekend and into the month of December. When we come back, we'll be hearing from you. We'll hang out with you with your dispatches, make it the first time that you send one over to us. And we'll also learn about a woman who is taking some heat for wanting a little bit of money this Christmas. Why does she want it? Wait till you hear this. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Someday, Alexa will do everything. Alexa, can you take the dog for a walk?
Ha ha ha. No way in hell.
But until then, tell her to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
Playing Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
Hey, what's happening? I hope your weekend is off to a great start on this Friday. And right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando, some delays you should know about, including one due to an incident that has all lanes closed that's northbound on the Turnpike approaching the Mineola Hancock Road exit, 278. This is affecting southbound lanes as well, as the incident has a left lane blocked, and that's also approaching the Mineola Hancock exit. Of course, your usual delay eastbound on I-4 approaching State Road 535. All else is clear. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Don't miss Lowe's 25 days of deals. Get 25% off select fresh-cut Christmas trees this Saturday and Sunday because Lowe's knows deals every day. While supplies last, selection and availability vary by location. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii. In-store only. Valid 12/2 through 12/3.
Mortgage brokers are better, my friends. Why? Well, they do all of their loans through national wholesale lenders. Now, it's still going to be your standard FHA, VA, or conventional loan, but mortgage brokers have access to dozens of wholesale banks that are competing for your business. And wholesale banks only loan through mortgage brokers like that mortgage guy, Don. And that mortgage guy, Don, is the best because he made the process of shopping for a quote or comparing the quote you already have super easy. Now, we all know the process of shopping for a mortgage can be complicated and confusing, but not when it comes to that mortgage guy, Don. Now, you get a better deal on any home loan when you work with a broker like Don, but you also get the satisfaction of simplicity and honesty when you go to thatmortgageguyDon.com. You'll see the difference immediately. The website is chock full of information for you, guides on how to get pre-approved, reliable mortgage information, and of course, the best part, direct access to the expert himself. So get the process today with an expert and a friend that you could trust by going to thatmortgaguydawn.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgaguydawn.com.
Paid actor portrayal.
Life can be so unpredictable. After losing my dad, it made me think about my family if something were to happen to me. I had heard about life insurance through Ethos and how easy it was to get coverage. They were right. In 10 minutes, I was covered. And boom, family protected.
Ethos fast and easy online term life insurance up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com.
Immerse yourself in premium nationwide coverage, contract-free plans, and always-free activation with Consumer Cellular, now at your local Target. While you're there, check out our newest phone, the Iris Flip. It's all the phone and camera you need, plus it features a user-friendly design, making it the perfect flip phone. From now to December 16th, you can score $10 off when you buy the Consumer Cellular Iris Flip at Target, making it only $39.99. Visit your nearest Target for the full scoop.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort, plus B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed.
Do you have information about a violent crime? Help solve crimes with your anonymous tips at crimeline.org. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your tips make a difference. Say it here. It's anonymous at crimeline.org. Paid by CSTF.
Listen to what Dave Ryan says about Andro 400.
Andro 400, I really love it. It's amazing to me that I feel so good. I've lost 50 pounds. I was a size 38 waist. I've gone down to a 32 waist. My mood has changed. I don't get stressed out. It gave me so much more energy. Energy to walk. Energy to play sports. Everything is starting to work again. And feels like I'm 25. My wife is happy. I'm so happy. I'm just a completely different man. I'm taking this stuff to the grave with me.
Men, have you lost energy and gained belly fat? Are you feeling stressed out? Fight back with Andro 400, the safe, natural, and inexpensive way to increase your testosterone. For over a decade, Andro 400 has helped men lose belly fat, gain energy, and feel 20 years younger. Go to andro400.com. andro400.com or call 888-400-0435. 888-400-0435.
Extra cash? Coming right up. Happy Money is letting you in on a happier way to elevate your savings with an incredible certificate offered by Alliant Credit Union. Smart, bold, and straightforward. Alliant offers a 12-month certificate with 5.25 APY annual percentage yield with a low minimum deposit of $1,000. Funds are insured up to $250,000. Best of all, anyone can apply to join. Elevate your savings today. Visit happymoney.com/Alliant. That's ALLIANT. The APY is accurate as of the 11/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
The free iHeartRadio app is your home for the holidays. Open the app and click on the holiday banner or search iHeart Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7 plus stations playing all kinds of holiday music, Christmas classics, Christmas jazz, country, R&B, tons of playlists, even podcasts. Our gift to you, the perfect holiday soundtrack. Join the millions of listeners on the iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Filling in the gaps between the New York Times and World Star. This
And the reason why in just a moment here. Just for the record, I have a rant queued up today, just waiting to go
which would cause ripple effects in our lives in this business that we work for.
Oh.
I just got one.
Thank you for the heads up, Sean. I appreciate that.
I just want you guys to know. So I'm trying to keep my head in a good space today so I don't go on the anti-suits rants.
No, burn it down. I'm the only one here. Yeah, that's
perfect. Yeah, you take all the shots then. That sounds good. I'll try to keep it in another direction, at least for now. But I don't know, that might eke out at some point in time during the show here today. But it's out there. You're going to start seeing these big, dumb, ugly Cybertrucks out on the road as Tesla has started to release them to people who wanted one of those for some reason. And one of the things that I noticed is it's not as expensive as I thought it was going to be, although it's way more expensive than they said it was going to be. The Tesla Cybertruck, if you remember in 2019, they said it was going to be $39,900. That is not the case, surprising nobody. It is $60,990. But I think they could have gone crazier with that. And it does, cars right now are really expensive, so that one's not too out of it. But it gets up to 340 miles of range. And don't kid yourself, that $60,000 version of the Cybertruck, the all-wheel drive one, is $80,000. And
yeah, that's the most basic form, I imagine, right? Doesn't come with all the cool stuff. You have to probably subscribe to that.
No, that's as stock as it gets. It's just like the most basic model.
You have to drive it yourself. Rubbish.
Yeah, and then the more advanced one with a tri-motor trim is $99,990. That is a little pricey. 845 horsepower, though, which is ridiculous. That thing is ugly, though, folks. It is an ugly, ugly vehicle. Some of you want one. I don't know why. Doesn't seem to be very good at off-roading. It doesn't seem to be very good looking. It just isn't very good looking.
Is it supposed to be good at off-roading?
I don't really know. Like, when I think truck, I think that it should be able to do some off-roading, but I guess all trucks don't do the off-roading stuff. There's trucks that do different things, and maybe this is just like a different kind of model. Somebody said the beast mode model is $100,000. Yeah, that's a lot more expensive than that base model are not over on YouTube. To this mother who is getting some heat now, she is being called Britain's most hated woman, friends, and she's back in the spotlight. Her name's Carla Bellucci, and she says that for Christmas, she will be charging her relatives nearly $200 per person for the family Christmas dinner. She says she should be.
Why go as a family member? If I was related to her and had to pay $200, I'm going to say, have a great Christmas. We'll send you a card.
I was just going to ask you that. Like, let's say your mom, Sabrina, says, guys, everything's much more expensive. You know how much work I have to put into this. I want you just to give me a little bit of money for all the work I'm going to put into our Christmas meal these holidays. Would you say, I have a Merry Christmas, Ma, love you, but I'm not going to make it? Or would you go, all right, fine, here we go?
In that case, and it's the way that you just put it. There's a difference there. It's like, can you guys help me out? Or maybe everyone can bring a side.
Mm-hmm.
But to just straight up say, all right, it's going to be a $200 fee for you guys to enjoy Christmas dinner, then it's like, where'd the family go? And have this turn into financial?
Also, what does this count for? Does this count for like little kids that show up and stuff?
Do I get to-go food or everything on my plate and then you get the leftovers?
No, you better get to-go food.
It's a good question about the children because it does say she's charging her family £150 for a full turkey dinner and one glass of champagne, which, what a cheap bitch.
Yeah.
One glass of champagne. Kiss
She's
my ass.
kidding herself.
But it's like, okay. The children aren't going to. Wow, this is in Britain, so the children can have champagne.
Oh, yeah, they probably could, right? Yeah. One glass of champagne. I know there's places you can go to that will do a Christmas meal like this and give you like unlimited champagne for $200. That's a thing that exists. And you
there
just go
used
to
to be
restaurant.
a place that would give you unlimited champagne just for ordering an entree.
What's that place?
It's not around anymore.
Oh, it's not probably because of that deal, man. That did them in.
That and rats.
Okay, but $200 a head, that's like wedding,
It's
prices.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
So,
It's
no
a
thanks.
complete dinner starring a turkey, one glass of champagne. Any additional alcohol will have to be BYOB. So you're bringing that along with. And she says she thinks that this is fair. And there's a strict schedule, too. The doors open at 2 p.m., like this is a club or something. And after a game of charades, She's going to kick them all out and send them home at 10 p.m. Wow. Sounds like a rip-roaring time. Going to have a blast over at her house.
No thanks.
And lose $200 in the process. We want to hear from you. This is how the show works. It's interactive, and you could join us by going to thenewsjunkie.com, sending us a dispatch. Would you pay if your mom or dad said, guess what? We need you to chip in. Everything's expensive these days, inflation and all that. We want $200 for Christmas. Would you pay? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and record a dispatch now, just like Steve. We'll hear from him in a second. Go ahead, C-Lane.
For family, it seems tacky. If this were a friend's friend's Christmas, what would you think? Different? Would you think differently?
I don't know. $200 seems like a lot, but I totally get wanting people to, like Sabrina said, like asking somebody to bring a side or to put some effort in, or invest their own money in making some food to bring along. I think that makes total sense. Why put it all on one person? You go, hey, we're going to go over to Dave's house for Christmas dinner, and then Dave's like, okay, and Dave's got to spend $500, $600 putting together this meal, cooking all the food, doing all the work. Like, I think people should chip in a little bit. But not $200.
We did. I don't even remember what the chip in was. We did a New Year's Eve party where everybody was like, here's the buy-in for this. We're gonna have everybody chip in, and this sounds more like she's charging because it says she does not do anything that's not for profit. So that sounds kind of skeezy. But like this one was all right. Everybody chips in, and we have the thing fully catered and provide all the alcohol. Now that seems like more of a deal.
Yeah, that I'm into.
More of like everybody's kind of coming together to have this nice time for New Year's Eve.
Okay.
Rather than like, take it or leave it. You can't come to my Christmas if you don't get $200.
So your hang up is there needs to be unlimited alcohol here, and then we got a deal on our hands.
It's not just that. My hang up is that the one glass of champagne makes it sound like, why even include that? It makes it sound extra cheap. But my hang up is that she admittedly does everything for profit. And so she's making money off this. There's a P&L somewhere in this where she's getting 15 people to pay $200, but she's probably getting a couple turkeys that would cost her, $150.
Sure, yeah. Danielle on YouTube says, don't have the dinner if you can't afford it. I guess so, but isn't it still nice? Isn't it still like the right thing to do, to chip in?
And if you can't afford it, there's a way that you can have, you can host the dinner, provide the plates, and ask everyone to bring a dish. I mean, that's how it goes down. I just had a Friendsgiving experience, and it was delegated like what everyone was bringing, and it turns out it worked out great for everybody.
Sure. And you know what, though? Alcohol is expensive. So even telling everybody bring a bottle of something or bring a bottle of wine, bring a thing of White Claw or High Noon, whatever you're drinking, that would be good, too, I think. All right, let's get to Steve. Here he is with his dispatch.
Hey, News Junkie.
Hey.
I'm going to get a little off topic here. I just have a question. A traffic question, I guess.
I like these.
If you're sitting at a green left turn arrow, and you're making a U-turn, and there's people that are making a right on red coming from the direction of your left.
All right, I'm following.
Who gets that right away?
Oh, I never know the answer to this question.
You
think because you have the green arrow, they're supposed to yield the right of way to you.
Yeah, it's like you could turn right on red if there's no oncoming traffic, right?
That is correct.
Yeah, that sounds right to me. Sometimes, though, I think I know the laws of the road, and then somebody goes, no, that's not how a four-way stop works. But that's not how roundabouts for sure. I'm like every other dumb American on a roundabout. I get there and I go,
it drives me bonkers.
I get to the roundabout, I go, seems like it's my turn. And then I just go, get honked
Everyone's
at.
supposed to take a turn, and then I'm like halfway through because I know it's my turn, and someone just blows through it. And then you get this weird, like, back and forth where you're both turning, and I'm just like, what the hell, man? Do you know how this works?
Wait. Is it first to the roundabout, or isn't it one particular spot that's supposed to go first?
No, it's almost like a four-way stop, but it's whoever is there. And so if you have somebody that's already going, it's the next person that's that's supposed to also go.
Whoa.
But it's not just because you're on the busier road that you can just keep flying by.
But what if there's somebody at the roundabout, right? And then there's somebody to the right of them. And the person who's at the roundabout goes, the person who's at the right of them wasn't the second person there. Another random person goes because they were the next one to the roundabout?
No, if they're the next one in line, then they are to go.
I have no idea.
This is you cause accidents,
I know,
Sean.
I do.
This is exactly why.
I just get to the roundabout and I grip the steering wheel as hard as I can, and I hope for the best. Here's Blaze Me Out with the dispatch.
Really, Sean? The sticky bandits? It's the wet bandits, man. You haven't watched the movie?
Wow.
Wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
All right. Prepare for your lashing, sir. Prepare for your absolute lashing.
Absolute moron.
You idiot.
The first Home Alone featured the wet bandits when Harry and Marv would stop up the sinks of the houses that they were robbing and flood them for no reason afterwards, making them the wet bandits.
But
they
anybody who knows anything which does not include you.
Mm-hmm. They were arrested. They went off to serve their time in jail. Then they got out.
They escaped.
And they escaped and they became the sticky bandits because they had gloves on that had some sticky stuff on it and they could steal stuff by doing that.
Oh.
So you absolute
How'd they get
buffoon.
sticky gloves? Did they make them themselves, or that was just a product available at the time?
They did not describe that. They did not go into depth about the source of the gloves.
The sticky bandits thing was more of a Daniel Stearns character who made the sticky glove, and Joe Pesci sort of. I got the idea he thought it was stupid.
Yeah, Joe Pesci never liked the other guy. He was not a fan of him.
I just had a correction on the roundabouts, and this is from my neighbor who grew up not in the United States, but in across the pond, in which they're very familiar with roundabouts.
How are we supposed to believe this?
Yeah, no, European people know this way better than Americans when it comes to roundabouts.
So I'll read it verbatim. No! Exclamation point. That's not how you do a roundabout. That's not how it works, rather. You give way to your left. Americans do not understand roundabouts.
I don't. So the person to the left of you has the right of way. What if there's 4 people there? What if 4 people all come up at the exact same time at the roundabout?
Then you all have to communicate with each other.
You must have
I think
to.
it's just, let's not go crazy here.
Over
If
to-
you do it all at the same time, then you would still manage to get around.
That would be nice. Here's Banana Potato with a dispatch that just says Sabrina with a lot of A's on the end.
All right, I'm only going to mention this really for Sabrina because I know she went to the tour, but you've got to see Renaissance, a film by Beyonce, this weekend, Sabrina. It was amazing.
Oh my God, I cannot wait.
God, the energy in the theater. I saw it last night at like a pre-screening, and people had their fans, people had their hats, people were dancing in the aisles.
I need an
She's
outfit.
Just an incredible performer, and I just wanted to remind everybody listening that Renaissance, a film by Beyonce, coming out this weekend.
I'll be there.
Anyway, wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop.
I'll be in the theater.
Can't believe
Well,
Sabrina
the,
wasn't at the pre-screening there.
True.
Oh, that's because I have a private screening scheduled for this weekend.
Yeah, you want to tell us how you pulled that off? What strings are you pulling here to get a private screening of a movie in theaters right now?
Oh, my very good friend. He created a charity event, and there will be a private screening for me and my 30 best friends that all love Beyonce, but especially the core group that I've been going to Beyonce with for a long time.
Yeah.
And he was nice enough to do that. So Sunday, we take over an entire theater, dressed to the nines in all silver, ready to party and watch me some Beyonce.
Wow, interesting. Sealand, did you get an invite to this?
No.
Well, you guys don't know him.
She did say 30 of her best friends.
She did,
so.
yeah. So we didn't even make the top 30 list of her best
You
friends.
guys don't like Beyonce. All right, and you've made it clear the past 6 years.
I've seen her live in concert, so.
I haven't.
You saw her with Jay-Z.
That still counts. That's the same thing. All right,
I guess so.
Quick break. We want to hear from you. We want to hear your voice. Let us know what's going on in your world on this lovely weekend of ours. To do that, to join the show, to get in front of the News Junkie audience, just go over to the website or in the app. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. When we return, the white lung is making the rounds. What the hell does this mean? You're going to find out. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends.
Whoa, amber is the color of your energy.
weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
Happy Friday, everyone. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro. Afternoon highs today soaring to the 80s. We're well above seasonal with partly sunny skies. You can expect these warm temperatures to continue into the weekend. Highs reaching the mid-80s Saturday and Sunday before a cold front moves through, bringing limited rain chances out this time. But cooler temperatures will be expected as we head into the middle of next week. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro.
This report is sponsored by RockTheCountry.com.
Mark your calendar and tell your boss to shove it. Kid Rock, Jason Aldean, and some of their friends are going to get loud, going to get rowdy, and they're going to do it in your hometown. Tickets to Rock the Country are on sale now. Get them before they're gone at RockTheCountry.com.
Orlando's best comedy room is safely open. The Orlando Improv welcomes Shula King, who knew at an early age that he would be destined to be an entertainer, since he was the kid known for cracking jokes. On December 1st and 2nd, tickets and showtimes at theimprovorlando.com. Above all, come for the comedy. We could all use a laugh. The Improv is hiring for all evening positions: line cook, cocktail servers, and waitstaff, food runners, dishwashers. We cater to top talent and the best locals in the Central Florida area. Please call us at 407-480-5233 or email for open interviews.
Hey creators, it's your chance to be heard. Always dreamed of making your own song? Now you can with just a few swipes on the Hype app, where you can effortlessly create music, share it with friends, and join a community of real musicians. Listen to Johnny's House on XL 1067 for a chance to hear your Hype song air on the radio. The best Hype wins $5,000. Download the Hype app at XL1067.com. That's HYPH. Or follow XL 1067 on Insta.
Oh, I love this restaurant. Glad we got a table quickly.
What does that sign say?
Caution, wet floor?
No, right next to it.
If you are 60 or older, you may be at increased risk of serious consequences from RSV, respiratory syncytial virus, compared to adults younger than 60. Huh, I didn't know that.
Not all dangers come with warning labels. Talk to your pharmacist or doctor about getting vaccinated against RSV today. RSV vaccines, including Pfizer's, are available. Learn more at bewareofrsv.com. Brought to you by Pfizer.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort, plus B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed.
When seasonal allergies and clogged sinuses make you miserable, you want fast relief. But recently there's confusion about which cold and allergy products work and which ones don't. In fact, oral phenylephrine, a drug found in many oral decongestants in the cold and allergy aisle, is currently being evaluated by the FDA because it may be ineffective. Luckily, there's a drug-free solution called Navage that for many provides on-the-spot relief. Navage is the natural way to relieve congestion by sucking out the allergens, germs, and mucus that can make you stuffy and miserable. Nasal irrigation works, and Navage makes it quick and easy, but more than anything, it helps you breathe better. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril. Trust drug-free Navage so you can breathe better, snore less, and feel healthier. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Rev up your riding season. Orlando Harley-Davidson has an action-packed events calendar and truckloads of 2023 models showing up every single week. From the highly sought-after Lowrider ST, Street Glide ST, and Road Glide ST to the 2023 CVOs. Orlando Harley-Davidson has a wide selection of both new and pre-owned motorcycles. Visit OrlandoHarley.com for a full list of motorcycle inventory and upcoming events. And be sure to stop by the Orlando Harley dealership located next to I-4, across from the Mall of Millennia.
If you're into sports, you have to check out Primrose Lanes for game days. Amazing food, great drinks, and even better viewing options. Eat, drink, and watch in style. Visit us at primroselanes.com.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Learn more at chase.com/business premier. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Account subject to credit approval. Restrictions and limitations apply. Cards are issued by JP Morgan Chase Bank, NA member FDIC.
Bank of America is the proud employer of over 210,000 teammates who go above and beyond to support their clients' financial goals. Like Emily, who helps clients create a plan to build the future they want, like a wedding, having kids, or retirement. All real achievements her clients have shared photos of. For all your financial goals, we're here to listen and help. What would you like the power to do? Learn more at bankofamerica.com/about. Bank of America NA, member FDIC, equal credit opportunity lender.
Immerse yourself in premium nationwide coverage, contract-free plans, and always-free activation with Consumer Cellular, now at your local Target. While you're there, check out our newest phone, the Iris Flip. It's all the phone and camera you need, plus it features a user-friendly design, making it the perfect flip phone. From now to December 16th, you can score $10 off when you buy the Consumer Cellular Iris Flip at Target, making it only $39.99. Visit your nearest Target for the full scoop.
Boost Infinite's new wireless technology switches between networks, giving you the best service at a lower price. Switch today. Call 855-55-BOOST, visit boostinfinite.com, or go to amazon.com and search for Boost iPhone 15.
People are coming out of their homes again. Most probably just to get more content for social media. Same here. Find Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos. This is the News Junk.
You can learn more about the show over at thenewsjunkie.com. And if you want to dive deeper, you can learn about secret shows over there. Hear me say some bad words that I'm not supposed to say on the radio, uncensored shows over at thenewsjunkie.com. Do check those out. We're going to get to you. You send us dispatches. That's how you join us on the show, and those are all queued up and ready to go. I promise this time, I'm not saying this and then not going to play them because I got a bunch of crap from Sealand and Sabrina when that's the case, and I don't want that to be the case at the moment. Before we get into this whole white lung thing that's going on, it's got everybody freaking out. They think there's another pandemic coming. Oh, my God. The world is ending out there. But before we get to that, have you guys been following this woman on TikTok, Applesauce and ADHD? Have you seen her yet? Oh, God, this lady.
That's a great band name.
This lady's great. You got to go through her TikTok at some point in time. Applesauce and ADHD. And she's like the most aggressive cooking demonstration person that I've seen in my life, I think. And everything is just very, it's almost like aggressive as in evil as she's saying it to you, but she's really fun at the same time. And then she keeps telling you how to do things and say, I'm not going to do it that way because, you know, for me, I'm just too lazy to be better than me. I got to find the one. There was one that was really big that she did that stood out. I think I got like 15 million views or something. Let me go over these. There's a Thanksgiving one. Anyways, this is too aggressive fruit tutorials. No, I want the big one that she does. Hang on, I'll find it here momentarily.
Bet you do.
Here it is right here. This lady, okay.
A real ass person, which means I am a recipe repeater. So tonight we are having cheesy sausage rice-a-roni. Yeah, I've made you this recipe before. Yeah, it went viral. Let's do this. I am starting
The top comment says, why do I feel like I'm bothering you while I watch this? The videos are all like, she's not very sweet about things.
I know. Yeah.
I know. Okay, I get it. All right, here we go. We're going to make
Is she mad at us, you guys?
She probably is.
Sausages. I have opinions on this, but you could use whatever kind of smoked sausage you like. I have young children, so I will be cutting them lengthwise.
Oh, my mom used to do
into
that.
half moons. Our sausage is now chopped.
She's doing a good
I'm
job.
sure this is really a recipe. Take a
I never
Damn
know.
it, Sean.
I listened to the other video, the one that I was talking about, and she didn't curse at all on that one. And I said, oh, look, she's nice, clean, family-friendly content. There's no problem.
Also, me doing the show from home, I just went to hit buttons that don't exist right now.
She said the S word, for those of you who missed that, because she's grumpy, and that's what she does, but she is blowing up right now. She went from nothingness to over 1 million followers on TikTok. Jessica Seacrest is at Applesauce and ADHD, and you'll probably be seeing her. Yes, I believe so. I'm not sure if related to Ryan or not, but and anyways, there she is. Go check her out. We did get the news coming across the wire that some people may know who this is. Sandra Day O'Connor, the first woman on the Supreme Court, has died at 93 years old, they say. At one point in time, they called her the most powerful woman in the country, and she was in Phoenix, where she lived, to 93 years old. As I said, they said there was complications of dementia. Man, dementia is brutal. It's just a brutal, unforgiving thing that hits families all over this country. When we find something, and trust me, they're making strides in this, and they're working towards it. When we find something to stop cancer in its tracks and stop dementia in its tracks, we're going to be living in a whole different world. And honestly, I believe that'll happen during a lot of our lifetimes. I really think that we'll see that happen. Big things can happen in science in a short amount of time. And unfortunately, that's what brought down Sandra Day O'Connor from 1930 to 2023. Lived a life full of firsts out there. And there's a lot of people who are the first in their area to get hit by something that some people are calling white lung. So I just want to put this on your radar so you know about it, just like everything else. They say Massachusetts is now being hit by a wave of this white lung pneumonia in children, as Ohio County issues a similar warning. They saw this in China. They saw this in Europe. The media loves it. Blah, 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 blah. They're lapping this up. They are lapping this up because they want Pandemic 2 Electric Boogaloo is what they want over at these media outlets. That was a good time for them, and you were gobbling up all the content and the fear-mongering they were putting out there. Now, all of the experts that I've read so far say this is a totally normal thing, that all this is just a confluence of people who have the flu, people who have COVID maybe still, people who have this RSV thing. These are just, they're all crashing together right at the same time. And in the winter is when we see spikes of this stuff anyways. So just know that. Don't panic. People are going to get you to try to panic. Don't do it. Don't fall into it.
I'm going to panic, Sean.
You're freaking out over there, C-Lane?
No.
When you see white lung.
Before I got COVID, I was like a little worried about it. But once I got it, I was like,
Like, what is this, man? Guys, that's when I really believed in the whole boomer eraser thing. I was like, this is... I thought I had it like 80 times, and I'd be like, I'm going to die, Courtney. This is my last day on earth here.
I knew people that went to the hospital that had a bad time.
Right,
like,
of course.
Like I had a friend who I guess woke up one morning and he starts talking to the doctor and he's like, "We almost lost you last night." And you're like, "What the hell?"
That would freak you out. That would have you thinking about changing some things in your life. All right, let's work in one or two dispatches.
He still does all the same stuff.
We'll start with Robbie Robb, who is joining us on the show.
So y'all are supposed to be our best friends, but y'all aren't even best friends. Sabrina doesn't invite anybody to go see Beyonce.
Unbelievable.
They don't want to go. Pictures of his baby to anybody. Sean says, y'all got to go back to the office. Sucks to be you. I'm going to stay at home. I mean, it's a farce.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
What is he talking about? I don't send pictures of my baby.
Well, he's talking about when you were in the hospital and we were doing the show.
When it had just born and I was going through my phone. And
we don't need to relive this moment, all right? We don't need to rehash.
Of course, who likes to relive?
But Sean and I will never forget it.
I still feel a little jilted by that, but
so do I.
We'll move on.
Every time I see that baby, I'm like, how did ThinkPad find out about you first?
I know. And he's such a cute baby. He's Jackson is really starting to grow up. You can see it right there in the photos that C-Lane's been posting. And a beautiful kid, but we just didn't get to hear about him first. We had to wait in line. That's how it goes, I guess.
Oh, you were seconds away from that text until my phone flooded with listener texts.
That was a bad moment. I just would have liked to have been asked to the Beyonce show. That's what I would have said no, but would have liked to have been asked. Oh, your mic's off. Is this a strategic move?
Would you guys like to go?
No, we're good.
Yeah, I'm busy. Yeah. I have a kid.
But now it feels better.
I don't want the rejection. Like it does hurt. And also Carl just diarrhea.
Oh no, poor Carl. God, he's gonna be okay over there.
Reeks in here, man.
That's not
Reeks.
great. Okay, let's work in a couple more. Well, you know what? We're going to take a quick break. And you can join us on the show at any point in time. Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. You're shaking your head at me. We have time for more? Yeah. Okay, good. Let's do it then. Here's Dan the Plumber who says, burn it down.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Burn it down, Sean. I've been wanting to bitch about these suits forever.
Oh, God.
You guys have an amazing show. I'll listen all the time no matter what, but why would they want to run something at 70% when you can run it at 100? This whole splitting you guys up is completely ridiculous.
Yeah, we're fine with that.
Back up.
Yeah.
I just don't
all
like
this old
it.
stuff.
Like I said, you guys are awesome. You're always awesome, but the timing is a little off sometimes. And sometimes it's like you don't even hear Sabrina's great little quips that Tuck Frump doesn't like, and he can go to hell for that too, by the way.
No, I hear him.
But
I do.
Yeah, they do it on purpose.
Love the show. Hate the suits.
Yeah, the timing thing isn't a huge issue. We're right now in 3 different locations, and even now the timing is not a
And
huge
one of the
issue.
locations smells like dog poop.
That is unfortunate. That is very, very unfortunate.
I did realize there's like one thing that I missed the most probably about not being at Sean's house.
Mm-hmm.
And pooping at work has just gone downhill.
It's not as good.
I don't know if they changed up whatever brand of crappy toilet paper they use, and it always like it like shoots itself back up into the thing, and then you're trying to like get it out. I could tell by the way that the stall looked before I went in earlier today that the person before me had just as much trouble with it because there's little pieces everywhere scattered amongst the floor. It's awful.
See, you guys must have different toilet paper because the women's bathroom, it has no like cut points.
Yeah, neither does
what's
ours.
the word?
Perforation.
And you just keep going.
Yeah,
and you just keep going. It's one solid piece, and it's like, I know that I need a bunch of this right now because it is as thin as possible, but no point am I going to have to bring scissors into the bathroom in order to have a good experience here?
Yeah, it's not anything to do with us being remote or anything like that. It's not. There's some problem. I can't get into it right now because once I do, I'm going to open a huge can of worms. I will at some point in time because I'm not happy. I'm just going to, I'll put that out there. I'm not happy at all with the direction that things are going in, and it could get worse from here or it could get better from here. And honestly, we'll see where that goes. We'll see how the suits at iHeart react to all this and what they do. But so far in the last, I got to stop because I'm gonna create too much of a thing here. I mean, I really do. I have a rant that could go for 6 segments, just queued up and ready to go about how I feel, about how things are progressing at this company right now. But
can you manage that without cursing?
No, I don't think I can, actually. I thought about it earlier. I was like, if I was just flowing with my honest feelings about the suits at iHeart right now.
You need to cork up those feelings, Sean. Cork them up.
Yeah. It's unfortunate because I don't want it to be that way. But for some reason, this seems to be the new style of management, and it's not working, right? So we'll see. We'll see what goes on. And if I have to, we'll talk about that a little bit more. They're trying to goad me into this more and more and more on chat right now. Let that rage flow.
They are going to peer pressure you into it without a doubt.
Yeah. But before the show's over, we'll probably see some of this eke out. But right now, let's go to another couple of dispatches. Celia, do we have more time or no?
No, now we got to go to break.
Damn it, man. I babbled too much. All right, we will get to those in a moment. Plus, a worker got in trouble for something that they did to their boss. Imagine that. Was this worker actually in the wrong, though? This isn't secretly a story about me, just for the record. This is about somebody else entirely. We'll get into that. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Do you do words good? Prove it. The Talkback feature on the free iHeartRadio app. Follow Real Radio 104.1, tap the microphone, and speak.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Hey, what's happening? I hope your weekend is off to a great start on this Friday. And right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando, some delays you should know about, including one due to an incident that has all lanes closed that's northbound on the Turnpike approaching the Mineola Hancock Road exit, 278. This is affecting southbound lanes as well, as the incident has a left lane blocked, and that's also approaching the Mineola Hancock exit. Of course, your usual delay eastbound on I-4 approaching State Road 535. All else is clear. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by HCA Florida Healthcare.
HCA Florida Healthcare is here for everyone in your family at every stage of life, providing comprehensive, personalized care. Because healthier tomorrows are what we're all about. Learn more at hcafloridahealthcare.com.
Huge end of the year savings going on now through the end of the month down at Nations Trucks. That means no payments for 3 months and financing available for up to 96 months with approved credit on every truck in stock. The Ford, Chevy, Ram, GMC, Nations Trucks has got them all. Lifted trucks, work trucks, diesels, and 4x4s just sitting there waiting, ready for you to upgrade your driving situation. So start driving the truck that you deserve today. Visit nationstrucks.com or just head on down and see them in Sanford, 1792, 1 mile south at Lake Mary Boulevard, and let them know C-Lane from the News Junkies sent you.
Are you looking for a furry friend to keep you company this holiday season? Do you want to support a good cause and help animals in need? Then check out Paws and Claws Saturday, December 2nd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Greenwood Lakes Park. This pet adoption event is hosted by Seminole County Animal Services and will feature rescue groups, pet vendors, food trucks, animal demonstrations, and more. You can meet and greet hundreds of adorable dogs and cats of all shapes and sizes and find your perfect match. Plus, you can get your picture taken with Santa Claus and your new best friend. Don't miss this chance to make a difference in the lives of animals and yourself. Come to Paws and Claws on Saturday, December 2nd and bring home some love for the holidays. Get more info at realradio.fm/events.
This Saturday and Sunday, only at Old Navy. Get $14 adult flannels and $12 flannels for kids. Right now, grab this fall's must-have flannels for only $14 and $12. But hurry, it's only this Saturday and Sunday at Old Navy. Valid 12, 2, and 3, select styles only.
Hey, you want to get a big green egg? The best place to go by far is Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up the big green egg for you, and they make it so easy. Follow them on Instagram. It's Wassie's Meat Market, or just go to their website, wassiesmeatmarket.com, to get your big green egg today.
Attention business owners. This is John Souza, CEO of ERTC.com. The Employee Retention Tax Credit Program provides up to $26,000 per W-2 employee. If you're confused about the ERTC program, stop right now. Don't fall for false promises. The bottom line, there is no such thing as guaranteed eligibility. Being innovative with taxes can lead to an audit. All ERTC companies are not the same. The easiest way to know if a company is non-compliant is to ask one simple question. Is the CPA working on my file a W-2 employee of your company? If not, stop right now. Contact ERTC.com. IRS compliance is not an option. At ERTC.com, everything is done in-house by expert CPAs, and there's no cost to get started.
Get your free refund information now. 800-200-3122. 800-200-3122. 800-200-3122. That's 800-200-3122.
Immerse yourself in premium nationwide coverage, contract-free plans, and always-free activation with Consumer Cellular, now at your local Target. While you're there, check out our newest phone, the Iris Flip. It's all the phone and camera you need, plus it features a user-friendly design, making it the perfect flip phone. From now to December 16th, you can score $10 off when you buy the Consumer Cellular Iris Flip at Target, making it only $39.99. Visit your nearest Target for the full scoop.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Unleash your creativity with the brand new Hype app. That's HYPH. Hype empowers you to create music effortlessly. Sharing your songs with friends on social media. Create your song with a few swipes. You'll never believe how easy and fun it is to make music. Listen to Johnny's House weekday mornings on XL for your Hype to air on the radio. The best Hype wins $5,000. Download the new Hype app now at XL1067.com or go to Instagram at XL1067.
In today's Marketers Report, Kate Cronin, Chief Brand Officer of Moderna, weighs in on the speed of audio production.
In this day and age, and particularly at Moderna, where we have new information coming out on a regular basis, being able to feed that information to the audio format makes being nimble and pivoting easy, and that's what I really like about it.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, insights, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Documenting and contributing to the decline in American culture. This.
Around here, you don't know what a dispatch is? Well, it's kind of like a phone call, but recorded from the app or the newsjunkie.com and blasted right over to us. It's real easy. We won't bite. I promise we'll be nice to you for sure. And we got a bunch of things that we need to get into, but I wanted to talk about this worker who got in trouble with management. And it's not me. I'm not talking about myself this time.
Not yet.
No, not yet. I don't know. I may be in trouble with management. They may view it differently than I do. I have no idea, honestly. I know that the relationship is a prickly one at the moment, and it doesn't need to be that way, but it is for now. We'll go with that. But this Baltimore city worker has a completely different problem, right? And I don't know that this person actually did anything wrong, but let me know what you think. Tell me if you think this person was in the wrong by doing this. They say a new report by Baltimore's Office of the Inspector General revealed that a worker in the Department of Public Works created a fake job offer to try to get a raise at their current job. According to the report, the department was interested in matching the offer from another government agency to keep the employee. But when the Department of Works contacted the other government agency about the offer, they told DPW the offer appeared to be fake, that the person made it up. The offer letter listed an annual salary of $100,000. When they examined the letter, they said that it was like photoshopped and this person had made up a job offer and almost got his own employer to give him a raise so that they could keep him around. And I ask of you, is this person in the wrong for doing this? They would have gotten some extra monies, and clearly the company was willing to pay that extra money. But is it, I mean, I guess you're lying. You're definitely lying, right? That's one thing. But I can tell you from personal experience, I have done this for somebody.
All right.
But in my case, it was legit. All right. So I'll explain to you what happened, and I cannot say this person's name, so don't try to get that out of me. All right. I was working at I was working at Tribune in Chicago when this happened. All right. And there was somebody who worked in radio and their contract was coming up. And so when you have a contract that's coming up,
yes.
If you have another offer, the company's going to freak out. Number one, they're going to think that they're about to lose you. And number two, they're going to try to either match or beat the offer from this competing company, much like this Baltimore city worker got into. So this person who will remain nameless, I talked to them and they were like, can you hook a brother up? And I said, I got you. And they flew up to Chicago where I was and brought him around the building, and they met all the management at Tribune, and they did interviews. And the management was like, we'll give you a job offer for this amount of money. And here's a piece of paper. Never was there an actual intended job offer as far as I'm aware. Maybe there was.
Your management over there went with it?
Yeah, they knew this guy a little bit too, and they were interested in kind of just getting to talk to him and whatnot. But I'm pretty sure that person wasn't ever going to take the job. They go back with the offer letter and hand it over, and all of a sudden, presto, bingo, bango, he got a bunch more money. He or she.
Deceptive.
Well, very deceptive, but Go do the deceptive stuff. Try to get as much out of your company as you possibly can, man. Just don't do it like this. I would tell, if I was the other people, I would have created a Vandalay Industries kind of company here. I wouldn't have done this where
Vandalay
it's like
Radio.
where I wouldn't have done it so it was like, hey, this is an offer from Dave at Cox Radio. I would have done it so it was something where, like, you know, if they called the person up, it would have been C-Lane. And C-Lane go, yep, I was offering that job to Sean. That's what I was doing. And we wanted to make sure that we could poach your talent over here. But this guy finds himself in a bunch of trouble. And did he do anything wrong? Let us know. Over on YouTube, Jeremy says, nah, I had a job offer for $100,000, but my company gave me a raise without fact-checking the offer itself. Well, that's good. We can get away from that. Or with
That's
that.
like when you say you graduated from college and they don't ask for, I guess, photocopy of your diploma.
Yeah, how often do they actually look that stuff up? Right?
I would only assume, like, if you're an engineer or a doctor.
Like, how often do they call your past employers and go, was Sean a good employee? What did he do? What was going on with him there? I don't think that happens that much. I think more often you just look at it and go with it. Tammy on YouTube says the House of Representatives voted to expel indicted Representative George Santos this week. Yes, that is true. George Santos has been expelled. What does that mean? Well, according to NBC News, it says Santos was immediately stripped of his position as a member of Congress. The House Speaker then directed the clerk to notify the governor of New York of the expulsion. That's the practice the House followed in 1980 and 2002, and they've done this previously. New York's 3rd Congressional District would not have a member representing it during votes until a replacement is elected, but Santos's staff would continue helping with constituent casework. This does not happen very long at all. Only 5 members of Congress have ever been expelled like George Santos just did. And I don't know why. Who are the other ones? This doesn't. This only lists John B. Clark, John W. Reed, and Henry C. Burnett of the Confederacy. So
it's been a while since someone.
There's been some since that, but not many. There's only been there's very, very rare. The first member post-Civil War was Michael J. Ozzie Myers of Pennsylvania, who was voted out after he was convicted of bribery and corruption in an FBI sting. And then Democrat James Traficant of Ohio was the most recent member to have been expelled. 420-1 was the vote. He was convicted of racketeering, bribery, obstruction of justice, and tax evasion.
Okay. 420-1. Does that mean he still got a vote?
I don't know. Can he vote for himself? Because if you could still vote for yourself, I'd at least do that. I don't know what George Santos did. It's not like this guy's a liar. He is a truth teller, this man. He is.
And you know what? He's going to have no problem getting another job.
Yeah.
Because his resume is pretty impressive.
I wonder what he does after this. If you said, he'll get a book deal. Yeah, but will they sign him to a book deal if they're worried about him just lying about all the stories in the book?
They just have to put the book in fiction section.
They might have to. That's the best way to get around this, I guess. So there you go. We're going to get to you and your dispatches momentarily. But I think that we've now come to a realization as a country that there's something that we need to change in all of our schools. There was a school locally that tried this, and the experiment was to take the cell phones away from the students. And what they did was they just started punishing them for it and taking their cell phones away. They said, you can have your cell phone with you in your backpack. You can have it with you, but it has to be turned off. It can never be on at any time, and you can never have it out during school, during class, during any moment during the school day. And they said they saw huge returns on that. The kids' grades were going up. They were much more interactive in the classroom because they weren't buried in their phone during the class. They saw interactions between students go better ways. They saw everything improve in the school. And now it's not just a one-off, because in Minnesota, a middle school banned cell phones. They did this a year ago. They said it is night and day. They believe the ban is game-changing, will have lasting impacts on our students for years to come. There was no cross-the-table conversations. There was no interaction in the hallway. Let's be real. With these devices, our students, especially our teenagers, there's a lot of drama that comes from social media. So they said no cell phone use for the entire school day, and you'll get punished for it if you do it. You could keep them in your locker or whatever, but we'll confiscate your phone if you have it out in school.
So basically, it's back to how it was when we were at school.
Yep, they're making sure that they don't tell them you can't bring the phone with you, though, because parents are still worried about the school shooting thing, obviously.
And it makes sense. And then I think about when we were in school, and it's like they said no cell phones, and then we found a way to sneak it, but we were just texting each other. To think that when we were in school and using cell phones, I mean, Sean, did you even have a cell phone in high school?
No.
He had a pager because he was a cool guy.
No, I'll date myself. You know, at the time, what the big thing was, they had just come out with those Motorola two-way pagers where
that only texted.
Yeah, you could like text somebody. It was like the beginning of text messaging, and those were starting to get big. But you weren't allowed to use those.
Scrolling through the internet. We didn't have a social media. We wouldn't get any sort of, I don't know, like breaking news. On any aspect.
I think the big changer of that, as terrible as it sounds, was the school shootings, because parents said, I need my child to be able to contact me if anything bad happens. MFQ says, isn't that a thing already? I wasn't allowed to use phones in school. It's just become an accepted thing in most schools that all the kids have cell phones and that they use them all the time. And it's insanely distracting. But these schools that have reversed course on this have seen really great results. So this is something that we should probably do in every single school that we possibly can. Hopefully that happens. All right, let's go to you. Let's see what's happening in your world. Tyson has a dispatch for us. Let's hear from Tyson.
Sean, what up?
Hey.
This is Ian on Fly. C-Lane, can you please change my name on this app that I just downloaded to hear the rant, Sean? I need the rant.
So
I'm out here in 85-degree weather cleaning pools, but my hands feel like they're 37.
Oh, that sucks.
Anyways, love you guys. What up, Sabrina? My friend on Facebook. C-Lane, I'm friends with you on Facebook, but you can give a damn about me.
Ouch.
Just kidding. Congratulations with the baby. P.S. Use every excuse as you have a kid, and you'll get out of everything. All right, guys. Love listening to you guys. Peace.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you, Tyson. Thanks for the dispatch. Over to Tuck Frump, who says, I can go to hell?
Whoa. I can go to hell. I can go to hell. Okay, that's fine. I respect that guy's opinion, even though he doesn't respect mine. It's cool.
Look at
I still
that.
love y'all.
Man took the high road. Look at him go. That's the way to do things. There
should be more of you, Tuck Frump.
Imagine that in the world. Forget the cell phone thing. That would be the biggest change there. This is Bong Night talking about charging people for Christmas dinner. Because this woman who says, what'd she say? She likes to make a profit on everything, C-Lane? What was the thing she said?
I think that she was like self-proclaimed has to profit. Hold on, I still have the story up. A woman who says she does everything for profit is to charge her family. Carla Bellucci.
Everything. I wonder if when she's having sex with her husband, if that is also included in everything for profit.
Right. And she could definitely narrow it down. You know, it's like, would you like your vanilla missionary? Or for an additional amount of money, we can upgrade there.
Yeah.
Reverse cowgirl.
I think there's a lot of relationships where the guy would be okay with that. Like, especially if it was stuff that it's like, can I do this? No, hell no. Not letting you do that. What about $500?
Okay.
I'll be fine with the transaction. I think some
This
people
lady must be miserable to be around.
Yeah, you're right. It could be. She does seem miserable. It could be a trade-off for like chores. That could be a thing. Like, I tell you what, I'll do all the dishes and I'll clean the bed and do the laundry and then
butt stuff.
And you let me do this.
This woman who charged her family for Christmas, it says Carla Bellucci, who previously admitted pretending to have depression to get a nose job.
My God.
On the National Health Service. Says she believes she should not be left out of pocket for the Christmas meal.
Damn. Let's see what Bong Night has to say about this.
Hey, guys. Hey. Yeah, I don't think you should charge people for Christmas dinner. I mean, just my meat alone is going to cost me $200. I'm doing a turducken. Peace.
Oh, yeah, well, that's going to be more expensive. The turducken, turkey, duck, chicken, you got to buy all three of those things. That's pricey right there.
And you think you have to... Well, you got to get somebody to debone them because I wouldn't know how.
No, I definitely wouldn't. Here's Jay Ryan with a dispatch.
Happy today, junkies.
Hey.
I hope you all having a wonderful day.
You too.
That was a great conversation you brought up yesterday about fathers and, being absent. I think the big hitch that happened yesterday was you were reading facts like data of men that, fathers that weren't there. And then people were calling in with all these stories. and they were talking about people's intentions. I think that your data includes incarcerated dads and deceased and this, that, and it's all of them together, regardless of the intention of the father being there or not. Whereas most people that were calling in, dispatching in, were, it was all like heartstrings, and I want to be a dad, but she won't let me, or this or that.
Yeah, there was I got a lot of emails on that, too. We can revisit that at some point if we need to.
A lot of agreement going on just with everybody during the discussion.
Nobody disagreed at all. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we hear from you, your dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. I guess things got weird during football last night. We got to talk about that. And there's a mystery giant rat the size of a baby. We obviously have to cover that. That's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
A social media experience that isn't totally toxic.
Kind of a weird thing to brag about, but there it is.
At Real Radio 1041. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Hey, what's happening? I hope your weekend is off to a great start on this Friday. And right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando, some delays you should know about, including one due to an incident that has all lanes closed that's northbound on the Turnpike approaching the Mineola Hancock Road exit, 278. This is affecting southbound lanes as well, as the incident has the left lane blocked, and that's also approaching the Mineola Hancock exit. Of course, your usual delay eastbound on I-4 approaching State Road 535. All else is clear. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. If you're like many people, you may think custom blinds is a job for expensive professionals. Well, at Blindster, if you have a tape measure and a screwdriver, you can install our custom blinds and save big. Plus, we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart, it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. Now, during our Cyber Week sale, the all-new Queen Sleep Number C2 smart bed is only $880, the lowest price ever. Plus free home delivery when you add base. Ends Monday. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Attention business owners, this is John Souza, CEO of ERTC.com. The Employee Retention Tax Credit Program provides up to $26,000 per W-2 employee. If you're confused about the ERTC program, stop right now. Don't fall for false promises. The bottom line, there's no such thing as guaranteed eligibility. Being innovative with taxes can lead to an audit. All ERTC companies are not the same. The easiest way to know if a company is non-compliant is to ask one simple question. Is the CPA working on my file a W-2 employee of your company? If not, stop right now. Contact ERTC.com. IRS compliance is not an option. At ERTC.com, everything is done in-house by expert CPAs, and there's no cost to get started.
Get your free refund information now. 800-200-3122. 800-200-3122. 800-200-3122. That's 800-200-3122.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando. If you're into sports, you have to check out Primrose Lanes for game days. Amazing food, great drinks, and even better viewing options. Eat, drink, and watch in style. Visit us at primroselanes.com.
Guys, are you tired of being tired? Frustrated because it seems impossible to lose belly fat? If you're looking for a solution, then listen to Mark.
I had fantastic results with the Andro 400 Max. Probably lost 35 pounds, and more impressive than that was the inches I lost off of my belly and my waist. And the increased energy is fantastic. I'll be totally honest, I tried a different product, and I wasn't happy with the different product. You guys are considerably cheaper than the other brand, and I can really feel the difference.
Andro 400 Max, the extra-strength, all-natural testosterone booster. The safe, easy, and affordable way to gain energy and lose stubborn belly fat. Satisfaction guaranteed or your money back. Feel and look like a new man. Go to andro400.com or call 888-400-0435. 888-400-0435.
Sharing is caring, right? Well, that's what they say. But at McDonald's, they mean it. That's the only place where when I roll through with my fam, I leave happy and full. Because for real, I get everything I want. No. Scratch that. We all get everything we want. Especially right now, when we can bundle our faves for breakfast. How about a savory sausage McMuffin with melty cheese, or the most delicious, warm, flaky sausage biscuit with those delicious classic hash browns for just $2.79? Or later in the day, get the fam together and go all out. Bundle the hits like a crispy McChicken topped with mayo and lettuce, or a juicy McDouble with not one, but 2 100% pure beef patties and tasty, small, world-famous fries for only $3.69. McDonald's eats, and so do we all, because there's always something for everyone. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid with product served.
This Saturday and Sunday, only at Old Navy. Get $14 adult flannels and $12 flannels for kids. Right now, grab this fall's must-have flannels for only $14 and $12. But hurry, it's only this Saturday and Sunday at Old Navy. Valid 12, 2, and 3, select styles only.
Rev up your riding season. Orlando Harley-Davidson has an action-packed events calendar and truckloads of 2023 models showing up every single week. From the highly sought-after Lowrider ST, Street Glide ST, and Road Glide ST to the 2023 CVOs. Orlando Harley-Davidson has a wide selection of both new and pre-owned motorcycles. Visit OrlandoHarley.com for a full list of motorcycle inventory and upcoming events. And be sure to stop by the Orlando Harley dealership located next to I-4, across from the Mall of Millennia.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Hi, I'm Daniel Tosh, host of a new podcast called Tosh Show, brought to you by iHeart Podcasts. I'll be interviewing people that I find interesting, so not celebrities, and certainly not comedians. We'll be covering topics like religion, travel, sports, gambling, but mostly it will be about being a working mother. If you're looking for a podcast that will educate and inspire, or one that will really make you think, this isn't the one for you. Listen to Tosh Show on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
On the app or in store, Orlando runs on Duncan.
Three best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture.
Dangerous. A lot of these sports are. And I'm not saying this from the perspective of we got to stop playing sports. Kids shouldn't be playing football. It's too dangerous. None of that nonsense. I'm not saying it from that perspective. I'm just saying the guys that get out there and play some of these sports, like the NHL guys, they are really putting it on the line. And we had the guy who got his throat slit by another player, and he wasn't in the NHL, but he was a hockey player, I think, in Europe or something. And that whole thing was, I didn't even know that was a possibility. I mean, obviously it is, but it's just so dangerous. And now there's another guy. This is Sana Hakala is his name. And he was playing a game in Sweden. It was Finland versus Sweden hockey game.
My people.
Your people are out there playing on the ice. And he's on the Finland team. And he's crashing into the net in this one video from the game. And actually, it's a woman. I'm sorry. It's Sana Hakala. It's a two-time Olympic hockey player. It's a hockey player. 99.9% of them are men. Has been left paralyzed, though, this woman, from the chest down with limited function in her arms and hands after crashing into the net during a recent game for her Swedish club team. So this woman was just like going very, very fast on her skates. You know, these folks on the ice can get up real quick and real fast. And she's going real fast, and she was headed for the goal. And one of the goal bars, hit her in the chest, and it knocked her down. And they said there was some real damage done here, and she's now paralyzed from the chest down. 1 minute she's playing a hockey game, the next minute she's paralyzed from the chest down. That's insane to me. They said the 26-year-old was rushed to the hospital and underwent surgery on Saturday to repair damage to her neck. And she said, it's still hard to understand what has happened, that the crash into the goalpost was as serious as it was, that the consequences have become so big. Not only that, I'm forced to stop playing hockey, something that's been a big part of my life for many years, but that I may be forced to sit in a wheelchair for the rest of my life, she said. The injury I sustained last Friday after colliding with the goalpost has left me paralyzed from the chest down with reduced function in my arms and hands. That's the reality I'm trying to land in. Whoa, man. Yeah, it's one of those stories that pops up on this show where you realize everything can change in one moment. One accident, nuts. One thing, scary stuff. And the world of sports is dangerous, especially for the referees, because they take a lot of heat. I know that this week Al Michaels was giving it to the refs during the Cowboys-Seahawks game, and he just had enough with the penalties that they were calling. They said during the third quarter, he said, we're going to take the rest of the night off and let the referee call the game. The other person said, you buying? And they were going to head out of there. Here's the moment that happened during the broadcast.
We're going to take the rest of the night off and let Cleet Blakeman call the game. You buying? Sure.
Sure, he says. Both of them out of there. They're mad at the referees. And there's been a lot of anger this year towards NFL referees.
I got to tell you, I don't know if this is the referees or if this is another governing body of the National Football League, but I have a story later that is infuriating about Tyreek Hill and his end zone celebration.
Oh, okay.
It's just so massive amounts of stupid.
There's a lot of weird stuff going on. Did you see the thing, and I hope this is not the story you're talking about. I don't want to take it away from you for This Week in Florida, but did you see the story about the NFL cameraman who's getting fired?
That's the story.
Oh, that's it? Okay, we'll leave it at that. We'll learn more about it later. That is infuriating to me, too. I'm glad people are going to get to hear about that. That'll be coming up a little bit later on in the show. And you are coming up in just a moment after this story about a rat the size of a baby. Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com to record yours right now. There is a giant rat called Uromys vica. All right, I guess that's the name of this thing. Let's all spell this together on our Google search. All right, it's UROMYS space VIKA. Uromys vica.
I already spelled it wrong.
It's the name of this rat, and it's got a weird name.
It's cute.
But they are big. Some of these are really, really big. They are twice the size, at the very least, of a common rat. And they're starting to pop up in places beyond the Solomon Islands where they were kind of relegated to for the longest time. Some of these things are the size of babies. They can chew through coconuts.
Oh, my gosh.
And look at the image I just sent you guys in the chat.
All right, hang on one sec.
Oh, you can see it right there on the top. It's like the comparison of a house cat, a dog, a regular rat, and then how big this rat is. But I have to say, the snout is adorable.
Look at this thing. Oh, my God. It's as big as almost as big as one of the dogs that's in this.
Can I take your computer right now?
Yeah, go ahead. I got the example here in front of me. So this rat is like 28 centimeters long, whereas a smaller dog is about 38 centimeters long. Or a cat is 46 centimeters long. Or this is it here. Is this the big dog right here? This is the rat on the bottom right? Okay. So the rat is actually up to 45 centimeters, as long as a cat or as long as a dog, and much longer than a regular rat, as you can see up here if you're watching on YouTube or twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Suffice to say, they are big-ass rodents, and they're worried about them heading around the world and invading cities just like yours. I would like to see those things just galloping down some busy road somewhere, because they are something else. We'll put one up in See It Now during the break, so you can take a look at thenewsjunkie.com in the See It Now section.
Is the thing that makes a rat kind of gross, is it the big long tail?
Yeah, that's one thing.
I mean, there's some angles of this rat where even Sabrina was like, oh, he's kind of cute, but
and king rats make rats gross. King rats are real gross. That's when you get like 10 of them and they all wrap their tails together.
King rat to me is like a living Johnny Berg.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Let me bring this up for the folks who have never seen that before. King rats are really. Oh, okay. Here's an example right here. King rats are when they all like intertwine their tails together and become one giant massive rat. This is so gross, man. All right, I'll put those up on See It Now so you can take a look over on thenewsjunkie.com. Let's work in one dispatch. This is about the idea of getting the cell phones out of kids' hands in school and how much it improves everything once that is implemented at these schools. Horseface Killa is joining us. Hello?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
First time dispatch.
Thank you.
I just wanted to comment about the school phone thing. Like, I'm an older millennial, and cell phones were barely around my high school years, but they did exist. And it was 100% you could not have your phone out during class. You had to hide it.
Yeah, not any longer.
If they saw it, they would take it away from you.
Couldn't
and
be
your
on.
parent would have to call the school to get it back.
Yeah.
I just think that these kids need to be disconnected from it when they're supposed to be learning. I know that's hard to do. But
Yeah, I know more people are on board with you, though, and me, because I think that this is showing us that it works to take the phones away. And it's kind of obvious, too, right on its face. It's very obvious. Get the distractions away from them, and they might learn something. All right, we want to hear from you just like that. Thank you for the first-time dispatch, Horseface Killa. Glad to have you on board. You can send yours. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we return, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Sharon and Ozzy were in the headlines again, and this latest headline has anyone who smoked with Ozzy dry heaving. Squid Game, the challenge contestants apparently had an additional challenge of a rubber shortage. Plus, we've been so distracted by Britney's boobs and knife dancing that we almost missed where her mom is shopping these days. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan, brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 8 p.m., it's Bungalower and the Bus. And at 9, we all find out what the hell is Angel listening to. Tonight on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
Happy Friday, everyone. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro. Afternoon highs today soaring to the 80s. We're well above seasonal with partly sunny skies. You can expect these warm temperatures to continue into the weekend. Highs reaching the mid-80s Saturday and Sunday before a cold front moves through, bringing limited rain chances at this time, but cooler temperatures will be expected as we head into the middle of next week. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com, and I sell custom blinds designed for do-it-yourselfers. Unlike stock blinds offered at big box retailers, Blindster blinds are custom made for your windows and shipping is free. Don't hire an expensive pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
Don't miss the boat, my friends. Compare your quote today with that mortgage guy, Don. That mortgage guy, Don, president of Happy Home Mortgage Brokerage and host of the Home Loans Radio Show, he is here for you. He has over 250 5-star Google reviews and 1,100 reviews at Experience.com. So it's very safe to say that he knows what he's doing, and I could say with full confidence that he's looking out for you. He has your best interest in mind. He's going to treat you like a human, like a friend, not like a number like all the other mortgage companies would. Now, that mortgage guy, Don, is a mortgage broker. He's not a corner bank or a retail lender, and that means he has direct access to wholesale lenders that consumers do not. But these wholesale lenders are competing for your business. So if you want to see a difference, go to the website right now, thatmortgageguydawn.com. Chock full of information for you, guides on how to get pre-approved, reliable mortgage information, and any question you have direct access to the man himself. So get the process started today with an expert and a friend that you could trust by going to thatmortgageguydawn.com.
Don't miss the boat.
Ready to unleash your music genius? Create your own songs in just a few swipes with a brand new Hype app. Whether it's hip-hop, rock, or electronic, the Hype app lets you effortlessly create and share your own music. Get creating. Then listen to Johnny's House weekday mornings on XL for your Hype to air. It could win you $5,000. Download the new Hype app now at XL1067.com. Hype. That's HYPH. Or on Instagram at XL1067. Watch out, Music World. Here you come.
In this week's Marketers Report, Dana Nussbaum, Executive Vice President, Worldwide Marketing at Warner Brothers Discovery, weighs in on regional audio marketing.
Although we're marketing at a very broad scale, it does include specific local markets, and that's the beauty of iHeart's network.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Oh, I love this restaurant. Glad we got a table quickly.
What does that sign say?
Caution, wet floor?
No, right next to it.
If you are 60 or older, you may be at increased risk of serious consequences from RSV, respiratory syncytial virus, compared to adults younger than 60. I didn't know that.
Not all dangers come with warning labels. Talk to your pharmacist or doctor about getting vaccinated against RSV today. RSV vaccines, including Pfizer's, are available. Learn more at bewareofrsv.com. Brought to you by Pfizer.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort, plus B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed.
Boost Infinite's new wireless technology switches between networks, giving you the best service at a lower price. Switch today. Call 855-55-BOOST, visit boostinfinite.com, or go to amazon.com and search for Boost iPhone 15.
Looking to take your next event to the next level? Party Time Rentals in Apopka serves all Central Florida.
From birthdays to weddings, corporate events to family reunions, Party Time Rentals in Apopka has everything you need to make your event unforgettable.
Our wide selection will make your party planning a breeze.
Our friendly staff is ready to help, ensuring your event goes off without a hitch.
Party Time Rentals in Apopka. Visit us today in Apopka or online at partytimeapopka.com.
O'Reilly. You've got questions? O'Reilly Auto Parts has answers. Need a pro you can trust? We've got that too. No matter what you need, our professional parts people have the training and expertise to help you do things right. Deep automotive knowledge. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. iHeartRadio is your #1 app for the holidays. Just open the app and search iHeart Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7, plus all kinds of other holiday stations, playlists, and podcasts. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Immerse yourself in premium nationwide coverage, contract-free plans, and always-free activation with Consumer Cellular, now at your local Target. While you're there, check out our newest phone, the Iris Flip. It's all the phone and camera you need, plus it features a user-friendly design, making it the perfect flip phone. From now to December 16th, you can score $10 off when you buy the Consumer Cellular Iris Flip at Target, making it only $39.99. Visit your nearest Target for the full scoop.
Takes you from Skywall summer to Jack Rocket fall.
All things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. Suits are going to love that one.
That's a great one.
Bad.
Those who heard it. Those who didn't, well, you miss out on things sometimes.
Somebody on Twitch thought it was a hot mic, that you just actually accidentally had your mic hot.
I think I just randomly say that into microphone.
I mean, I thought it was. I thought you guys were having a discussion. I was looking down at my papers for the next episode. I'm like, what's the big deal? Because I have one right on display right now, to be exact.
Sealand says to Sabrina, that just went on the air. And I go, oh, no.
Whoops.
Real quick before we get into the next episode, this is a ballsy move. They're making changes to the Big Mac at McDonald's, which to me, when you tinker with something like that, woo.
Hey, I thought we already knew that McDonald's was changing a bunch of menu items, like changing the recipe slightly.
They're making some changes to it in terms of the way they cook it, number one. They're changing the way they cook the burgers. And then they're changing the way the Big Mac is put together. They're putting more sauce on it. I don't think people will bitch about that.
I like that.
And they're changing the buns. And
so what?
It says they're going to be buttery brioche buns that have a thicker bottom to keep the heat in, and sesame seeds will be scattered randomly to make it more aesthetic.
Wait, sesame seeds? That's a Whoppers thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought. No, they don't.
It's a Big
wait,
Mac
hold
thing.
on.
Two
Whoppers have sesame
special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun.
But the Burger King has sesame seeds too, right? I think they do.
Probably.
Anyways, yeah, they're going to do a couple of big things.
The patent or the copyright on sesame seeds.
No, but when you make changes to something as legendary as that, it's a woo.
Good luck.
Yeah, that could go bad. You got to be very careful. And you know whose world it's going to rock? You know that guy that just eats Big Macs and nothing else?
Oh, that's right. Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's still out there eating Big Macs. The only one he ever missed was for his mother's funeral, I believe. And she said, please, if I die, take that day off from eating Big Macs. And he did. That's very strange.
That's really sad. That has to be your mom's dying wish.
Yep, that is a odd thing, but true. Okay, when we come back. No, we're not coming back. We're getting right into it right now. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it. Even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Ugh, Black Santa.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey. Smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgageguyDon.com. And of course, the Home Loans Radio Show. You can catch it every single weekend. Get your questions answered live on the air or get them answered right now by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
It was 9 years ago on this day, 2014, that AMC had to be like, sorry, because they had screwed up big time on social media. They decided to post a major spoiler to Facebook right after the Walking Dead finale.
Coral! Why do people do that?
They were I do remember when that happened, and they revealed the death of the main character by accident. Fans who hadn't seen the episode yet were furious because it showed a picture of, and this is a spoiler alert, but it was 9 years ago, so hopefully you've watched it if you're a fan. It was Daryl carrying the body, captioned, "Rest in peace, Beth."
Wow, I can't believe you would say that. I can't believe it.
I don't understand why they do this. Okay, this week, the show The Golden Bachelor is going to the finale, and Courtney's scrolling around, and it's like people were posting pictures of the winner. Here's the winner. And it's like, why are you doing that? Give it like 24 hours at the very least.
People did it to Ozark, too, and they thought they were being clever, and there was a word they would use to, like, describe the last episode that is an absolute spoiler. Did everybody finish Ozark? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I didn't.
No idea.
What is it? What's the word?
They would call it... I didn't say it on the air, so that was Sabrina.
Oh,
damn.
Oops. Was there not something we talked about years ago where one of the social media platforms were trying to stop spoilers?
Mm-hmm.
Like you could have some sort of filter that.
Yeah, they do that
not
on.
Exist anymore?
Reddit has it. Yeah, Reddit has it. It's a great feature. Discord has it too. where you can make it so it's a spoiler tag, and then it says, click if you want the spoiler. I think all of them should have that. Like you're saying, like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, it'd be easy for them to implement that. And then when you're scrolling through your feed, it's not like, damn it, I was going to watch that. And that takes some of the wind out of the sails.
Well, here's a spoiler alert for you. This is what happens when your sweet, sweet conservatorship money runs out. And I am talking about this gal's mom.
Britney Spears.
Britney Spears is right. And sometimes she runs. And sometimes... Celine, that's the cutest thing I've ever seen you do.
What do you do?
You just did the dance for
Britney
crazy.
Spears, I don't know, one of her videos.
You know the dance?
No.
He knows a particular part.
I like 2 moves.
I think you might.
Someone, please make a gif of that. But yes, it was Britney Spears' mom, Lynn Spears, spotted shopping, which is just something in and of itself. Spotted shopping by paparazzi at, brace yourselves, Dollar General.
Oh, my God.
So she was spotted there, hometown of Kentwood, Louisiana, and she apparently has always shopped at Dollar General. I also think that there's no shame in shopping at Dollar General. I'm a huge fan, but there's been talk that she's been having financial issues these days because she's also been selling Britney's belongings in order to keep her head above the water.
Oh, really? Damn.
I wonder what she's been selling, though. She's denying the claims as well. She was rocking a designer purse and driving a white Mercedes, both of which she very well could have obtained before the conservatorship ended or because she sold some sort of Britney belonging from back in the day.
Well, you know what? I'm totally with you on this, and I don't know why there is a shame factor to the dollar store. There's nothing wrong with going to the dollar store.
No.
There is nothing.
No.
They have all kinds of stuff there. It's not just a dollar store anymore, but why not go there and get better deals if you can?
So, and I love it too. I think when it comes to like decorations, like I went there for Halloween to get a bunch of very inexpensive decorations. Sometimes I'll go to get like a quirky gift. There's a little bit, I think, maybe some flags, we'll call it, not shame just yet, if you're going to Dollar General to get pregnancy test.
Oh, that seems a little weird. Yeah, I wouldn't trust those so much.
So there you have it.
I think my cousin got like Dollar General pregnancy tests because when we were trying to have a baby, she was like, "Don't buy those expensive ones. Buy them in bulk. They're great."
I didn't even know they had.
What
them.
about Dollar General condoms? Would you guys trust those?
No, I'm not trusting that.
I'm not sure the value of the condoms that apparently were on the set of this right here.
Oh, Squid Game.
Squid Game, The Challenge to be exact, and the contestants on Netflix Squid Game, The Challenge were given condoms among their supplies.
All right.
Which I still have one episode to watch, and I think we still have a finale to receive, right?
Yeah. I haven't seen the second batch of episodes because Netflix is doing this differently. They released the first 5, I believe, and then they waited a little while, and now they've released the next 4, and then you got just the one finale left over.
I don't remember seeing them having sex.
No.
Did you?
No, I haven't seen that so far.
Well, they were given condoms, and pretty soon they had gone through all of them, and not in the fun way, unfortunately. They were pretending to fight for their lives, but instead they just used them as lip balm.
Oh my God.
Which is different. I don't liken lip balm to lubricant, but I guess you could use Vaseline if it came down to it, right?
I guess so. I thought you were saying they were using condoms for that, but that wouldn't.
No, they were. Yeah. They were opening the condoms, and instead of using them for sexy time, they were just taking the lubricant off of it and using it as lip balm because that was not provided in the welcome kits.
That must have been cold as hell if they were going to that level. They're like, all right, let's use the condoms. Here we go.
They said within a day, maybe a day and a half, all the condoms were gone. It was absurd, and it still did not work for your lips. Now, I guess there was one player 301, that went with lotion and conditioner instead to use on his lips, but that didn't work either. Producers eventually handed out lip balm later in the game, and now everyone's pregnant.
All right.
Congratulations.
Well, they do have condoms at Dollar General. Invisible Man on YouTube says they got the Trojan Max there.
I just wouldn't trust it.
How does that work, though? Are those
you give them
like
$1, they
fall
give you a
off
pack
the
of
truck?
condoms.
You put it on your penis.
I know how condoms work, you guys. I know how condoms work. I'm talking about how do they have Trojan, same kind of box you would see in Walgreens for $7 more.
You would hope it wasn't like a factory defect kind of thing, because that's no good.
I just couldn't imagine being the guy that, broke a dollar store condom, got his girlfriend, or maybe not his girlfriend, got somebody pregnant, and then all of his friends are going, should have spent $2 on there, bud.
So we know the phrase, condoms make babies if they don't work.
Yep, everybody says
then, but before the baby comes what? According to conservatives and
first comes
Jesus.
love, and then comes marriage.
And then comes the baby and the baby carriage. And that's my segue into talking about a couple. No baby, but set to be married. Emily Cloud is her name, her husband. They own the Vintage Rose Wedding Venue in Boise, Idaho.
All right.
Hot place. And last November, Emily posted a TikTok offering the venue for free. And wedding venues can be very expensive.
Yeah, they can.
To anyone willing to give her tickets to this concert.
Taylor Swift.
Ow. And look what they made them do. Someone actually traded it. It was 100% a joke, but somebody took her up on it. Jennifer Bowerman and her husband Mike were married at Vintage Rose October 8th, giving Emily 3 of their 6 tickets that they bought for Taylor Swift. Each ticket was $300, so they spent about $900 on a almost $5,000 wedding venue.
Ooh, nice.
It's a good trade.
Yeah.
Before the wedding, Jennifer and Emily sat side by side at the Taylor Swift show, and now they're married. Congratulations.
Oh, there you go. You did it.
And a big congratulations to Taylor Swift. She apparently is #1 top most streamed artist for the U.S. and globally on an app called Spotify.
Yeah, I think you got it. I think you got that right. Everybody's doing the rap. Is it called Spotify Wrapped? Is that what the
That is correct.
Everybody's sending over on Twitter how many hours they've been listening to the show this year, or maybe even how many minutes they've been listening to the show.
There was a girl on my feed who I was completely unsurprised was like showing off that she was in the top 1% of Taylor Swift listeners, and I was like, I get that. She seems like the type. She, most of her half her stories have Taylor Swift as the background song anyway. And then there was a girl a couple later that I was like, I want to know what her listening time was. She was in the top 0.01% of Taylor Swift listeners.
My God.
Like, that is royalty.
Here's ours. This is somebody who posted ours, and it says, you listened for 97,320 minutes to the News Junkie. You're a top 0.1% fan.
Yes.
Thank you. Appreciate that, Joe.
Okay, so I got mine. If you guys want to hear it, as far as who I'm the top fan of,
I would have to say I would be surprised if it wasn't either Beyonce or Adele. Those two. It's Beyonce. Yeah.
It said I'm the top 0.5% fan, and I spent 1,592 minutes listening to Beyonce.
Wow. 1,000 what? Hold on. 1,000 what? 592?
Correct.
Divided by, on average, about 3-minute songs. That means you listen to Beyonce 530 times.
Oh,
more
yeah,
than once a day.
Or a little over 4 minutes of Beyonce per day.
Yeah, there you go.
That seems about right. And then I went and I did Corvus Incorporated, my my band with Fritz. We did our rap, like from the artist side. I found this fascinating. We were streamed in 8 countries.
Whoa.
And the other 4 besides the United States, Japan, Chile, Sweden, and Uganda.
Whoa, what was that?
Corvus Incorporated fans.
One first country that wasn't America?
Japan.
Nailed it.
Well done. On the boob tube, my friends, well, we have Candy Cane Lane, a Christmas comedy with Eddie Murphy. We also on Disney Plus have Doctor Who, Wild Blue Yonder, Saturday Night Live with Emma Stone, and of course football on Sunday. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. Most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. We were watching a movie last night, and
cool.
It's on Netflix with Ed Helms and a bunch of other people called Family Switch.
What's that?
Once again, it's got Jennifer Garner in it too. Once again, they do the Freaky Friday thing.
Okay.
Right? Where like everybody switches body, but like the whole family switches body. I'm like, they have done that premise so many times. And I don't know if Freaky Friday was the first one ever to do it, but
I gotta say, the one that they did recently that I very much enjoyed was when they turned it into a horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
Where it was like Vince Vaughn and some high school girl.
Yeah, that was great.
Vince Vaughn was a killer.
Vince Vaughn was so good in that, actually.
Yeah.
Because he had to act like a little girl inside Vince Vaughn's body. And very impressive. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, This Week in Florida, it is going down, and that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
It's like a text message with your voice. The TalkBack feature on the free iHeartRadio app. Follow Real Radio 104.1, tap the microphone, and speak.
Hey, what's happening? I hope your weekend is off to a great start on this Friday. And right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando, some delays you should know about, including one due to an incident that has all lanes closed that's northbound on the Turnpike approaching the Mineola Hancock Road exit, 278. This is affecting southbound lanes as well, as the incident has the left lane blocked, and that's also approaching the Mineola Hancock exit. Of course, your usual delay eastbound on I-4 approaching State Road 535. All else is clear. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com, and I sell custom blinds designed for do-it-yourselfers. Unlike stock blinds offered at big box retailers, Blindster blinds are custom made for your windows and shipping is free. Don't hire an expensive pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
Hey, it's all over the place right now. It's so important that your AC works perfectly every single time, and that is why I strongly suggest a call to Mills Air, where they'll actually pick up the phone. You'll talk to a human being. Imagine that. In business since 1992. That's 30 years plus experience in keeping Central Florida cool. Check this out. Their techs can service any brand out there, so you don't have to worry about that. And they're a Carrier factory authorized dealer, which means they can get you up to $1,275 in rebates toward a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you could always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Give them a call, 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
Extra cash? Coming right up. Happy Money is letting you in on a happier way to elevate your savings with an incredible certificate offered by Alliant Credit Union. Smart, bold, and straightforward. Alliant offers a 12-month certificate with 5.25 APY annual percentage yield with a low minimum deposit of $1,000. Funds are insured up to $250,000. Best of all, anyone can apply to join. Elevate your savings today. Visit happymoney.com/Alliant. That's ALLIANT. The APY is accurate as of the 11/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
FAS Windows and Doors is the company to use to make your house feel better and look better. You know what they can do? Get rid of those single pane aluminum frame windows and get you double insulated vinyl windows. That'll save you money, make your AC work less, make your house look better and feel better. And I tell you, man, they can do it for you fast. Their showroom, easy to find. Fairbanks and I-4, slide in, pick out the windows that you love, have them installed by their pros, and your house will never, ever be the same. And they can even do that for you in the door as well. Book your consultation today easily at faswd.com.
This Saturday and Sunday, only at Old Navy. Get $14 adult flannels and $12 flannels for kids. Right now, grab this fall's must-have flannels for only $14 and $12. But hurry, it's only this Saturday and Sunday at Old Navy. Valid 12, 2, and 3, select styles only.
Could you please pass the potatoes?
Uncle Bob, why are you singing?
With all the rewards we are getting, with the Navy Federal Credit Union's cash rewards card, I hired a singing coach for caroling.
But it's summer.
Since we get up to 1.75% cash back on all our holiday purchases, there is cheer to last all year.
Please stop.
These potatoes are delicious, by the way.
Get cheer to last all year with Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
You know, the holidays arrived, and I'm here to take some stress away when it comes to buying something special for that special someone in your life. You got to go see my friends over at Goldsmith Jewelry Shop right there on Leah Road. Rita Layer and their team have been friends of mine for over 20 years. A lot of jewelry stores have come and gone. Not these guys, 37 years strong, and there's a reason why. Unbelievable service and a giant selection of fine jewelry. Diamond studs, tennis bracelets, necklaces. You get the idea. Best quality for the lowest prices, fast free shipping. It's goldsmithjewelry.com right there on 1212 Lee Road. Go by and please tell them Jim sent you.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Learn more at chase.com/business premier. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Account subject to credit approval. Restrictions and limitations apply. Cards are issued by JP Morgan Chase Bank. Any member FDIC.
The annoying runny nose, the constant sneezing, the itchiness, and battle just to catch your breath. If you suffer from seasonal allergies, sinusitis, or nagging sinus congestion, there's a natural, easy-to-use solution that can help provide fast, drug-free relief. It's called Navage, and it uses powered suction to rinse your nasal passages in seconds. Millions of people use Navage daily to help provide relief from seasonal allergies and sinus congestion. Medications treat the symptoms, but Navage treats the problem at the source, flushing out the allergens and pollen trapped in your nose. Navage also helps wash out airborne bacteria, dust, dirt, and viruses quickly and painlessly, so you can get back to breathing clearly again. Say goodbye to sinus suffering and hello to better breathing with Navage. Navage is available at Walmart, Walgreens, Target, CVS, Rite Aid, and online at Navage.com. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Hey, everybody. If you have a FlexSpin or HealthSpin account, maximize its benefits for your LASIK procedure at the Filatowski Eye Institute. The team at the Filatowski Eye Institute has successfully performed over 65,000 LASIK procedures utilizing the latest state-of-the-art technology, offering 24-month interest-free financing. Exceptional eye care is accessible. Don't compromise your vision. Choose the Filatowski Eye Institute for unparalleled expertise and cutting-edge technology. Text 1041 to 868686 and start your journey to clearer vision today.
From the creator of Up and Vanished comes a new true crime weekly podcast series. In each episode of Talking to Death, join Payne, Lindsay, and guests as they discuss all things crime, life, mystery, and fun.
Are aliens real? Based on everything I've learned, I think that the government knows something. I don't know if aliens are real, but I think there's something out there that they know.
Listen to Talking to Death on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts. Odds are you won't die.
Immerse yourself in premium nationwide coverage, contract-free plans, and always free activation with Consumer Cellular, now at your local Target. While you're there, check out our newest phone, the Iris Flip. It's all the phone and camera you need, plus it features a user-friendly design, making it the perfect flip phone. From now to December 16th, you can score $10 off when you buy the Consumer Cellular Iris Flip at Target, making it only $39.99. Visit your nearest Target for the full scoop.
No payments for 3 months with approved credit? Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Send him your tips and your deepest, darkest secrets. Email tips.
Just a moment. Get ready to be embarrassed, Floridians. Brace yourself. Hey, if you missed any of the show today or any other day, you can always subscribe for free to the podcast over on thenewsjunkie.com. We'd appreciate it if you subscribed on iHeart. You get nice push notifications when the episodes are released, and you get a whole lot more than that because it's a great experience. I use the app as well. It's not just because they're paying my paycheck. It's actually good, and you should check it out. So
super nice of you. Very corporate.
Yeah, I'm not doing this to please anybody. I'm just being honest with the people. You know how I go. So go over to thenewsjunkie.com for those links right now. All right, you ready to do this, C-Lane?
Ready, Sean.
Here we go. Let's do This Week in Florida.
Giving you a recap of the most groan-worthy stories in the state. It's This Week in Florida.
That's right. The weekend is here. It's time to take a trip around the Sunshine State. See some of the craziness that's gone on in the past 7 days or so. Brought to you by Mo DeWitt, the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go, just call Mo, justcallmo.com. And we start in Miami-Dade, where it was a sad story with a happy ending because I know that a lot of these animal rescues are used to dealing with something that's super terrible, somebody that has just abandoned an animal.
That's the worst.
One of the worst things, I think, and if you've ever like witnessed that, like not the actual abandonment, but like showed up somewhere and you realize there's a dog that's been tied to a fence and nobody seems to be picking the dog up. There doesn't seem to be any owners.
If I see that happening, I have to get Courtney as far away from that animal as I possibly can, because she's going to say, let's bring this home with us.
Well, in this situation, you'd have to get her even farther. Because there's an animal trotting toward recovery after being found abandoned near the western edge of the Florida Everglades. It is
a
miniature horse.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah.
A mini horse?
Who would imagine a mini horse?
I don't know, but a good Samaritan saw the mini horse running down the street and chasing after someone else riding a horse, which sounds hilarious. Somebody's riding a full-size horse, and there's a mini horse chasing after it. This good Samaritan noticed the horse was running on a bloody nub and called 911. The South Florida Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals responded to a distress call from Miami-Dade and rescued the abandoned mini horse, found suffering from suspected broken ankle. But the chestnut horse, named Tiny Tim by rescuers, they said the wound was like the ankle was duct taped, so it already broke its ankle before it was abandoned.
What kind of monster would do this stuff?
Absolute asshole. Do you think they chip mini horses?
I don't know.
They should.
I don't know if they chip horses in general, but that seems like they would, because horses are expensive.
Do they brand horses? I know they do it for like cows.
Yeah, with cattle and stuff, they definitely do that, but I'm not sure.
But
horse people, let us know. Send us a dispatch.
For cattle, I thought the point was not if you abandon it, it's if like it gets away. Like if your fence, there's a hole in your fence and a bunch of your cattle gets out, you find the ones with your brand on it.
Right.
But in this situation, if there was a chip in this horse that was tied to a person, that person should be, have a knock on the door, be answering some questions.
Well, it's a crime, right? This would be a crime, I would imagine, to be abusive to an animal like that.
Some sort of animal abuse or cruelty, one would assume. The holidays are here. The holidays are, they're coming. They're on the way.
Yeah.
And before Christmas Eve, in fact, the day before Christmas Eve, we celebrate what holiday?
Day before Christmas Eve is Festivus?
It is Festivus.
Yes.
Oh, well done, Sean.
So, and there's a newspaper in Florida, in Central Florida, in fact, in Tampa, that will be helping you in your Festivus celebration, observation, whatever you would call it. Do you know what the parts of Festivus are, Sean?
I know. All I know is the airing of grievances,
and that's what the Tampa Bay Times is helping you out with this season. This lovely Festivus. They're inviting readers to submit their grievances for the year, and will print the funniest complaints in celebration of Festivus, the fictional holiday from the sitcom Seinfeld. This is the 8th annual Tampa Bay Times airing of grievances, and it's open to anyone around the world who wishes to voice their complaints on any subject. An integral part, of the December 23rd holiday, which also features the display of an unadorned metal pole. And what else, Sean?
Oh, man, I forgot the other thing.
It's the last thing. It's where they fight. It's
they wrestle or something. Fiesta.
Feats of strength.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, feats of strength.
Correct. So,
I missed
not
that.
a big
I have no
Festivus
idea.
fan.
I'm not I know Seinfeld, but I don't remember that episode.
Oh, I've seen that a bunch of times, but for some reason, just lost it all.
It was the last season of Seinfeld. One of the few shows that just doesn't have a bunch of stinkers in their last season. The last season of Seinfeld had some of the most classic episodes. But we'll move on with This Week in Florida, because we got to talk about this guy, Tyreek Hill, Miami Dolphins Tyreek Hill. And back in October, Tyreek finished a touchdown against the Carolina Panthers, which I've heard is the worst team in the league right now. Carolina Panthers are just sucking.
Way to go,
Sorry, Josh. We both thought the same thing.
And Tyreek Hill, last time we talked about him, he said when he retires, he wants to get into porn.
Oh, did he really? Okay.
It's a weird retirement.
Fun fact.
It seems like a job you'd take because your career hasn't started yet, maybe.
Sure.
I don't know. But, I mean, good for him. He finished a touchdown against the Carolina Panthers by running over to someone near the end zone, grabbing their cell phone, and filming himself doing a backflip. Hill was penalized by the National Football League for using a prop in his celebration because they're all a bunch of losers who don't like to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't stop there. So did the person whose phone he grabbed. They penalized Kevin Fitzgibbons. He released a video on Tuesday in which he told the story of being hired by the NFL as a 20-year-old kid to work at Miami Dolphins games. He had worked before with Hill, Saquon Barkley, and others. And he worked with the Finns receiver again when Hill was dealt to Miami. And it was his phone that Tyreek Hill took to film the celebration, with Fitzgibbons claiming he had been suspended for the remainder of the season and possibly for good.
Yeah, they're going to fire the cameraman for this. And you might have this in your story. I don't want to step on it, but did you see what he did right after he did the video, the cameraman?
He, jumped up and down.
No, the cameraman took the video and ran into the tunnels and sent it to NFL as fast as he could. It's like he was even trying to get content to the NFL overlords so that they could use that video for promotion and stuff.
And instead, they told him that whether or not he knew the celebration was going to happen, because he knows Tyreek Hill, in their heads they could have colluded on this thing. Whether or not he knew it would happen, he should not have jumped up and down in celebration afterwards. And for that, they're suspending him for the rest of the season and possibly for good.
That's dumb.
An NFL spokesperson confirmed the league did pull his game day credentials for the season. He's allowed to work on other non-game day sideline projects, which sounds just like so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see if he gets his credentials for next year. But Tyreek Hill has come out and said he's going to pay Fitzgibbons' salary for the rest of the year.
Oh, that's nice.
Which is
that's
a super cool move. On with This Week in Florida, because I don't know where we're going yet. Oh, Sarasota. Here we go. Over to Sarasota, where Florida's GOP chairman has been accused of sexual battery by a woman who says she was part of a menage a trois with him and his wife. She's the woman, the other woman in the menage a trois, co-founder of right-wing group Moms for Liberty.
Really?
The woman says she partook in a consensual threesome with Christian Ziegler and his wife Bridget. Told journalists with the Florida Trident, the newspaper of the nonpartisan Florida Center for Government Accountability. Sarasota police confirmed to other reporters they are investigating the incident.
I wouldn't associate Moms for Liberty people as being willing to do some swinger stuff.
Especially because they helped lay the groundwork for Ron DeSantis' Don't Say Gay law, according to the Florida Trident.
Uh-oh.
So the woman says the incident...
Hey, it's not gay if your husband's there.
The woman says the incident occurred when Bridget Ziegler was not present, but the local news outlet reports no charges have been filed. It's unclear if the woman's accusations have been substantiated. But Bridget Ziegler is considered a rising Republican star in Florida, having secured the endorsement for her school board seat by Governor Ron DeSantis. Hey, guys, anybody have $2.5 million laying around that they'd like to...
let me check my statement.
Maybe we could all pool in together.
All right.
Because there's a private island in the Florida Keys listed right now.
I'm listening.
It was once featured on an HGTV series and is for sale with an asking price of $2.5 million. Pretty Joe Rock, a.k.a. Seashell Key, which, by the way, naming a key Seashell just seems like we've run out of creativity.
Yeah.
It's located just offshore of Marathon and is listed for $2.5 million on the website. I don't even know if we're allowed on this website, guys. Private Islands Incorporated.
I'm looking at it right now.
.biz?
So it has like a house on it and everything, which is cool.
It looks very puny.
Yeah, it's not the biggest island I've ever seen.
And I love the idea of having an island, but you don't have anyone to talk to. We're even in the wide shot. Okay, there we go.
You're not very
I was
far.
do you have anyone to hang out with?
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
You could just take a little boat right back to shore.
It's weird that it's technically, for all intents and purposes, a private island, but it is very close to the shore.
I like
this. It's also very small. I mean, that's like a studio apartment.
It's extremely close to not being an island at all. So much so, in fact, the listing says the island is connected to shore electricity and city water.
Ooh.
So underneath, there's just enough water to make this thing an island. But
that's awesome, actually. You got an island. You're hooked up to the electric grid. You're hooked up to the water. That's rare as hell.
Yeah. The only thing is, the obvious risks that go along with having a house in that area. The 9,190 square foot island was featured on HGTV's Buying the Beach, but the single-family home on the property was destroyed by Hurricane Irma in 2017.
Yeah, look, there's a lot of people who complain about, like, they blame everything on climate change. Climate change is going to do this. Climate change is going to take that house out. All right, I even believe that. The house is, it's like barely above water at all. The tiniest little island you've ever seen. Like, you could probably sit on your front porch and dip your feet into the ocean. You're not supposed to have a house there.
No, not even climate change, Sean. Just like a tropical storm will take that bad boy out.
A mighty gust. And I like how they do the address. It's One Pretty Joe Rock. Right? Only place there. One Pretty Joe Rock. There you go.
I mean, could you just make it whatever address you want? Like maybe. 69 Pretty Joe Rock?
Get electricity or
no, it's out
like
there.
Wi-Fi.
Sea said their electricity is run out there. Now, Wi-Fi...
You'd probably need the
Elon Musk stuff.
Yeah,
Starlink. You need that, I think.
But the Starlink's fast, and if you can afford a $2.5 million private island, you can afford some high-speed Starlink.
Damn.
Still in South Florida, where former President Donald Trump has lost a battle to get a hold of the domain name Mar-a-Lago.com.
Yeah.
Now, the fight is not a very good fight for this. Mar-a-Lago.com, that's M-A-R-A-Lago, is owned by a guy who, Mark Quarius, a Florida resident who claims to have registered the domain in tribute to pets of his that have died. He says it's named after 3 animals. Mar, which is apparently a dog named after himself. The A represents Alfred, the duck named after film director Alfred Hitchcock. And Lago was a nickname for Lag, a cat that his family rescued.
You guys got to see this. Hang on. Go over to my laptop real quick, all right? This is the website that it brings you to. This is crazy. It looks like an early 90s website, but like all kind of weird animations.
To what, though? It's redirecting.
Yeah, it goes to c13.org, whatever that is. But this is like there's UFOs flying by, there's planets, there's
a dreamer.
A dreamer, it says.
But what they said was, I mean, despite his terrible animal excuse to have the website, Donald Trump provided even less good reason for the intellectual property organization to award Mar-a-Lago.com to him.
Mm-hmm.
So for now, this guy gets to keep it. But speaking of Dreamer, there's a man who says, I want to collect specifically VHS copies of the movie Titanic. He's got 2,467 copies so far.
Yeah, we've heard of this guy, I think, before.
Really? But
I think he's come up on the next episode or something. The guy collecting the VHS tapes.
He's not doing very well. It says as of publishing date, which was yesterday, that he's got 2,400 copies, but he wants 1 million.
Damn.
And which means he's short only about 997,533. Which means
let's get those copies to him.
He's asking anyone with spare VHS copies of Titanic to mail them to P.O. Box 5355, Largo, Florida 33779. He's getting a lot of donations, but he's going to need a lot more. Mm-hmm. How many more, you ask? If he gets 1,000 copies of Titanic on VHS per week, it will take him over 19 years to reach 1 million copies.
Good luck, buddy.
If he gets 1,000 copies per day, that sentence is reduced to just under 3 years, and then you'll be a guy with 1,000 useless VHS copies of Titanic. But hey, this guy's a dreamer, and that's it for this week in Florida.
Thank you, C-Lane. What if in the middle of that, you're like, I don't want to collect these anymore, but every day, waves and waves of Titanic VHS tapes keep showing up.
Do you know how much it would cost?
Or he drops dead, and somebody has to, like, clear out that VHS room and do what with it?
It just doesn't stop coming every single day. More and more of the tapes showing up.
You know how much it costs to throw away 1 million copies of Titanic? Like, to show up to the landfill and have your car weighed? You couldn't even take you so many trips. It'd be it would be better just to burn them.
Damn. Wow. All right. Well, we're going to get into...
Not for the atmosphere, but just for your sanity.
A couple of dispatches real quick. Let's see what you got going on. Frostbite wants to talk about the DK Metcalf story this week, and that was where we learned that potentially DK Metcalf had learned sign language himself so that he could trash talk and get away with it. But let's see what Frostbite says.
Good afternoon, you guys.
Hey.
So I was watching the football game last night, and I know you guys had mentioned one of the Seahawks players, a guy named DK Metcalf, how on the side he's learning sign language to kind of talk smack to the opposing teams. And last night he scored a touchdown, and as soon as he scored, he went in the back of the end zone and signed to the crowd, standing on business. And I thought that was pretty funny and pretty cool to, see that he's actually learning a little bit of sign language. And as soon as I saw that, I thought about you guys and just wanted to dispatch that over real quick. But other than that, you guys enjoy your weekend and stay safe.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Standing on business reminds me, did you guys see that video of T.I. and his son and his wife this week?
I didn't see the video, but I saw the headlines about, like, is he being a brat or something?
So he was trying to make this video, T.I.'s son was, where he was saying, like, he's gangster, he's from the streets, he's from that. And in the background, his dad, like, popped in as he was doing it. And his dad's like, the only streets you're from are in gated neighborhoods. What are you talking about? and he's like, no. And he starts to get mad at his dad. And his dad's like, you grew up with a silver spoon in your mouth. And his dad is just running him down as he's trying to act like a gangster online. And then his mom starts giving it to him like that, too. And then he starts getting up in his mom's face like he's going to do something. And like all this on this live stream that people were watching, it was, oh my God, it was chaos. One more real quick. Here's Bruise Traveler.
Hey, Sean, you mentioned that there's nothing wrong with shopping at Dollar General and stuff like that.
No, that's fine.
I know there's some pretty good deals there and there's some convenience, but check out the newest segment from John Oliver regarding Dollar General. It was pretty eye-opening.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw it. I think it's a bit of a mismanaged company, to say the least, after watching that John Oliver segment. But it's still fine for somebody to get there. You shouldn't be shamed for if you go to buy a couple of things at Dollar General. Who cares? Everybody should be trying to make the best deals they possibly can, get the best things they can for the lowest amount of money. That's just life. But people are judgy about things like that. And Dollar General and the John Oliver thing. Do either of you see this video where John Oliver took down Dollar General?
Not yet.
There's a scene in it where he plays a TikTok from a manager at a Dollar General. And he goes, mind you, this manager didn't go to his superiors with this because he didn't feel like they were listening. He didn't try to call HQ with this. This manager of a Dollar General posted this on TikTok. That's how desperate he was. And the guy's on TikTok. He's like, if anybody in management is listening at Dollar General, this is a disaster. Everything's falling apart. God. He's like, we keep getting shipments that are smaller than they're supposed to be. I can't get any employees in here. He's like giving an end of the world sermon from his Dollar General on TikTok because nobody from the company will pay any attention to him. It was something else. You can check that out.
I wonder how that worked out. Did he get fired afterwards? Or this does not look good for our company? So.
I don't know. They didn't say whether or not he did. That would be interesting to know. But yeah, that's on YouTube for John Oliver's latest show. When we return, an official from another country is now in big trouble. And the thing they did is pretty hilarious. So that is what we're going to talk about next. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
You text us at 77031 and we say it on the air. Sometimes.
We might even give you credit.
Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
What's going on? I hope your weekend is off to a great start on this Friday. And right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando, still seeing some delays, including one due to an incident that has the shoulder blocked northbound on the turnpike. That's after Colonial Drive and the Oakland Exchange exit heading towards Mineola Hancock Road. Southbound, a little bit of a delay, but no lanes affected. Westbound on I-4 after Central Florida Parkway, 2 left lanes are blocked due to an incident. Careful there. And your usual delay eastbound approaching State Road 535. Our Safe Touch Security traffic zip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. At Blindster, we offer over 50 different custom window treatments, including faux wood blinds and shutters, all at prices less than retail. Plus, we'll send you free samples before you buy. Don't hire an expensive pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
Hey creators, it's your chance to be heard. Always dreamed of making your own song? Now you can with just a few swipes on the Hive app, where you can effortlessly create music, share it with friends, and join a community of real musicians. Listen to Johnny's House on XL 1067 for a chance to hear your Hive song air on the radio. The best Hive wins $5,000. Download the Hive app at XL1067.com. That's HYPH. Or follow XL1067 on Insta.
Suddenly, you're stuck with an unexpected car repair expense. And just like that, you don't have enough cash to pay your rent. Now what? Download the Solo Funds app. As part of the Solo community, other members loan you the cash you need at terms you select. No credit checks and no title loans you can never pay back. At Solo Funds, our members come through for one another. We're Solo. Join us at solofunds.com.
Listen to what Dave Ryan says about Andro 400.
Andro 400, I really love it. It's amazing to me that I feel so good. I've lost 50 pounds. I was a size 38 waist. I've gone down to a 32 waist. My mood has changed. I don't get stressed out. It gave me so much more energy to walk, energy to play sports. Everything is starting to work again, and feels like I'm 25. My wife is happy. I'm so happy. I'm just a completely different man. I'm taking this stuff to the grave with me.
Men, have you lost energy and gained belly fat? Are you feeling stressed out? Fight back with Andro 400, the safe, natural, and inexpensive way to increase your testosterone. For over a decade, Andro 400 has helped men lose belly fat, gain energy, and feel 20 years younger. Go to andro400.com. andro400.com or call 888-400-0435. 888-400-0435.
Looking to switch your phone service? Well, what if there was a carrier that wasn't just another phone company? One that's brand new, built with technology for the next 50 years, not the last 50. Now there's Boost Infinite Wireless, the only carrier that switches between its own network and the other top 2 networks to find the best quality calls and data for you, anywhere, anytime. And now you can get a low-priced, unlimited wireless plan that gives you a new iPhone every year. Its power of new technology gives you better service at lower prices. Switch today. Boost Infinite Wireless. Call 855-55-BOOST. That's 1-855-55-BOOST. Or visit boostinfinite.com. That's boostinfinite.com. Or go to amazon.com and search for Boost iPhone 15 today. See boostinfinite.com for terms and conditions.
Hey, you want to get a Big Green Egg? The best place to go by far is Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up the Big Green Egg for you, and they make it so easy. Follow them on Instagram. It's Wassie's Meat Market, or just go to their website, wassiesmeatmarket.com, to get your Big Green Egg today.
Contact Tax Relief Helpers for details and restrictions. Attention anyone that owes money to the IRS. The IRS has restarted aggressive enforcement actions against taxpayers who owe back taxes that were temporarily suspended for COVID. If you owe $10,000 or more, you must hear this, because now is the time to clear your IRS tax debt. A special toll-free number has been established so you can stop penalty fees, avoid liens, levies, and other hostile measures by the IRS. Call Tax Relief Helpers right now at 800-374-2103. Tax Relief Helpers will provide you with the maximum protection afforded by law.
I got behind on my taxes and owed $48,000. I didn't know what to do. I called and they got my bill lowered to just $3,500.
I owed $87,000 in taxes and it was scary. I got the amount I owed down to just $3,500. I saved $83,500.
If you owe money to the IRS, don't wait another day. Call 800-374-2103 right now before the IRS enforces liens, levies, and other aggressive measures. The call and consult are absolutely free. Call now. Call 800-374-2103. 800-374-2103. 800-374-2103.
Oh, I love this restaurant. Glad we got a table quickly. What does that sign say? Caution, wet floor? No, right next to it. If you are 60 or older, you may be at increased risk of serious consequences from RSV, respiratory syncytial virus, compared to adults younger than 60. Huh, I didn't know that.
Not all dangers come with warning labels. Talk to your pharmacist or doctor about getting vaccinated against RSV today. RSV vaccines, including Pfizer's, are available. Learn more at bewareofrsv.com. Brought to you by Pfizer.
This Saturday and Sunday, only at Old Navy. Get $14 adult flannels and $12 flannels for kids. Right now, grab this fall's must-have flannels for only $14 and $12. But hurry, it's only this Saturday and Sunday at Old Navy. Valid 12, 2, and 3, select styles only.
The free iHeartRadio app is your home for the holidays. Open the app and click on the holiday banner or search iHeart Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7, plus stations playing all kinds of holiday music, Christmas classics, Christmas jazz, country, R&B, tons of playlists, even podcasts. Our gift to you, the perfect holiday soundtrack. Join the millions of listeners on the iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
Florida residents get in for only $17.50 till the end of December at Gatorland.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out. This
Especially when you go to like a real bootleg kind of gas station. Those are my favorite. Oh, I don't want to go to the Buc-ee's, all right? I don't want to go to the Wawa. I want to go to the bootleg-ass gas station.
Why?
Where the lighting is flickering when you go in there. And
it smells.
Oh,
it smells a certain way.
It smells. The cans are all dented. Every single can that they have in there is a dented can.
And then they have this section of like really strange items that you wouldn't find anywhere else. And that's where I immediately go to. I'm like, I got a hat at a very bootleg gas station that just said adventure on it.
Just nice and
no
general,
sense.
generic, right? And then they have the one section with like Pyrex pipes and all kinds of other stuff. When you go into those gas stations,
Really tiny bags for dividing your pills.
they tend to have a selection of energy drinks that you won't find anywhere else on Earth. These are energy drinks.
16-hour energy drink.
Yeah, they're for like truckers, right? These are the energy drinks where you're like, damn, should I do this? And people have been taking these shots that they have, and they're saying people are like having seizures afterwards because some of them are so strong and dangerous. And the FDA is now coming out and warning everybody. So I wanted to bring this warning to you so you know not to do this. Tianepatine is the name of this drug that people are taking, and they call it gas station heroin. Now, I'm not sure if they actually do call it that because with OxyContin, when that was taking off, all the news reports would be like, they call it hillbilly heroin. And nobody calls it that. What the hell are you talking about?
And there's a lot more people than hillbillies that were addicted to it.
It was a whole slew of people. They said the November 21st warning tells consumers not to buy or ingest something called Neptune's Fix, which is a brand of tiapatine that sells in 10 milliliter bottles and pills at gas stations, smoke shops, and convenience stores across the country. These are those seedy, delicious places that I'm talking about here. Although online dosing instructions say to use a few drops of the liquid, some people take the entire bottle in one shot, and they're going into seizures and stuff, and they're losing consciousness. They're having to go to the hospital if they take these things. And there's a company that's just allowed to make this stuff. It's been banned in Florida, banned in Arkansas, banned in Kentucky, banned in Michigan, Alabama, Minnesota, Tennessee, Georgia, Ohio, Oklahoma, Mississippi, and Indiana. But everywhere else, you could get the good Neptune's Fix. They also have Zaza, Pegasus, and Tiana. But Neptune's Fix is the strong one.
God, I can't imagine going to a place like that and like looking and just chugging something that you have no background for whatsoever.
Yeah, no idea.
The fact that they could sell it is wild, but if you get seriously hurt, you're in the hospital, maybe there's a Mo question, but do you have to go right to the manufacturer, the producer of this product, or can you sue the gas station for allowing you to buy it?
I don't know. That's a good. Well, ask Mo. He's coming in just a moment here, and just a moment. You see. Somebody who had been drinking this stuff, this Neptune's Fix, said, I have tried every brand on the market that I'm aware of, and Neptune pills by far are the strongest. The withdrawals are effing insane, this person said. I don't know why you would do that. Just a random thing.
Withdrawals? That's insane to even think about with a tiny little energy drink.
Yeah, that's how strong they are. That's how dangerous this stuff is. If you've ever
do they make
tried,
a good mixer?
You're going to have to try it out yourself, man. Get that Neptune's Fix. If you've tried this out, I'd love to hear from you. Tell us what it's like. Over to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. Alternatively, if you haven't tried it out and you want to go to a gas station right now and get a couple of them and pop them back and then seize while making a dispatch, we'll take those too. TheNewsJunkie.com. Hit record over there. An official for the country Paraguay is in big trouble right now. And looking at what he did, it makes sense that this person was in trouble. We'll get to your dispatches in a moment. A Paraguayan government official was replaced after it was revealed that he signed an agreement with another country. He thought that he had gotten a huge coup through and then things were going well, and he signed a deal with another country, so things were on the up and up. The problem is he signed an agreement with a fictional country that doesn't even exist, which gets him in some trouble.
I mean, that's a Googleable thing, is it not?
I would think so. He signed a memorandum of understanding with representatives of a fugitive Indian guru's fictional country who also appear to have duped several officials in the South American country. The revelation sparked a scandal in Paraguay, but it's hardly the first time self-described representatives of the United States of Kailasa, the United States of Kailasa is the name of the country.
USK.
They said they duped international leaders many times. They managed to participate in the United Nations committee meeting in Geneva and signed agreements with local leaders in the United States and Canada, people who think that it's an actual country, but apparently it is not. Let's hear from you. Let's see what you got going on. And you got lots of dispatches for us today. I like that. Thank you for them. First-timers, please make your way over and send yours now. Here is Jilly Babe talking about phones in school.
Hey, News Junkies, Jilly Babe here. So speaking of cell phones in high school, I actually graduated high school in 2007. I had my daughter in 2004, and so I had went to beta teen parent program school up until my junior year. So during that time, I had full access to my daughter at beta throughout the day. So when I went to regular high school, I had to drop her off at a daycare center. She was probably 1.5 at the time, maybe 2, I can't remember. But she was still very small, and it was her first time being away from me. So at lunch, I took out my cell phone on the first day of school, and I called the daycare center to check on my daughter.
Right. This all sounds very normal so far. I think this is where maybe something went wrong, but everything checks out so far in Jilly Babe's story.
And the school administrator came up and ripped the phone out of my hand and refused to give it back to me, made my mom come down to the school. And let me tell you, my mom and me both gave them hell about them taking my phone away from me and refusing to let me check on the well-being of my own child.
Oh, so there's another fight on that front in school. So some people want all of these phones out of school so the kids won't be as distracted. And some of the parents are at least a little resistant to completely eliminating them because, especially in the case of a very young child, 1 year old, you want to check in on this. What's this Bucky's thing? The son of...
It reminded me when you were talking about the gas stations and the crazy energy heroin, because you think of Bucky's as like the go-to, if you haven't been to Bucky's, you're not living. And apparently the son of the Bucky's co-founder installed a bunch of cameras in the toilets and has now been charged with that.
Hope he likes watching me poop.
Yeah, that's a bad one. They're
beautiful bathrooms.
They discovered that a charging port plugged into the wall of their assigned bathroom contained a hidden camera. There's 28 counts now against this guy of invasive visual recordings.
So, wait, they have plugs inside the bathrooms for charging?
I wasn't aware. I just went for one reason.
It's a camera disguised as a charging port.
No, I understand that, but why would you have a plug in the bathroom for charging? It just seems like you're a weird reason to keep people in the bathroom as opposed to just getting them out. You know,
that
do your
does
thing
seem
and go.
odd. All right,
So get off the pot.
Join us on the show. Send us a dispatch. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. Jeremy says, who calls their daycare to check up on their child? I would be annoyed working at that daycare. I don't blame somebody who it's their first time and it's a 1 year old kid for doing that. And I bet the people who work at the daycare understand why. Now, if they were doing it every single day, all right, now I could see how that would be annoying and it would be a little bit much. But if they just did that on a one-off, I think that would be fun.
Have you never heard of a doggy daycare where they have like literal webcams that you can check up on your dog?
They have webcams where they send you photos each day.
You can like click a button and it'll give the dog a treat and bill you.
Yeah. Oh man. What a racket that whole thing is. Just coming in for this weekend, the tracking of the new movie Migration from Illumination. Looks like it's only going to open to $13 million. So it's not just Disney getting dinged with this. It's pretty much everybody who's putting out movies that just aren't drawing people in. And I thought that trailer for Migration, it's a duck animated movie from Illumination. I thought it looked kind of cute, like it was a good idea and it would be fun. That one was not bringing the eyeballs in. People expect more now. They want more from their movies. They want those big tent pole movies. And whenever somebody goes, it's the whole go woke, go broke, or however you'd like to say it.
That's right.
Get woke, go broke, or whatever. Whenever you say that, it's like, yeah, there's some element of that in some of these stories. But also, not for nothing, Barbie was, I think, by all accounts, a fairly woke movie. All the critics were saying, oh, it's just woke. It's full of all this woke stuff. Did Barbie suffer at the box office? No. Barbie's did huge numbers at the box office. So
it turns out it wasn't that woke.
There's things in there that people who call out everything as being woke didn't like, and they said, oh, the Barbie movie. Like Ben Shapiro made that whole video on it and stuff, right? So if that's your example of something being woke and going to the box office, why didn't that one fail? And then why is this one failing? So something else is going on here. A lot of people are just waiting for these movies to come out so they can watch them at home. They just don't want to watch them in the theaters, or they don't care about the movie. Like the Marvels one. People just didn't care about it, didn't go to see it.
Or they make a 3-hour movie like Oppenheimer, and you go, I don't want to be in a movie theater that long. I don't want to be able to not pause my movie.
Just be trapped.
And, you go to the bathroom or go get a snack.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think that's something that a lot of people think about when they think about where they're going to spend their money. When we come back, jury duty, inside jury duty, a story developing out of a slapping therapy workshop. Didn't know that was a thing. We'll discover what it is all about. I mean, it's right there in the name, but we'll talk about that. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio. It is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
I'm glad I'm sticking with Kit Kat being the universal one. There's some people that don't like nuts, Russ. Okay, I know you love nuts in your mouth when you eat stuff all the time. Okay,
yeah.
You're always asking, can I get more nuts in my mouth?
I need more nuts.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real radio 104.1.
This is three-time Pro Bowler LeVar Arrington. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Macy's Backstage.
It's time for the Seahawks to find their next quarterback, please. Sure, Geno Smith was dang good against the Cowboys, but they lost. Last 2 drives, they needed him. He didn't deliver. Pete still wants to win with a strong defense and a run game, but Seattle's got great perimeter weapons. Now they need to find their next Russell Wilson to get the ball more consistently to those weapons. I'm Colin Cowherd.
What will you find at Macy's Backstage? How about the perfect holiday gifts, just $25 and under, like matching family PJs, fragrance sets, toys, and more. Find the latest trends, new arrivals, and great prices at a Macy's Backstage store near you.
Orlando's best comedy room is safely open. The Orlando Improv welcomes Shula King, who knew at an early age that he would be destined to be an entertainer, since he was the kid known for cracking jokes. On December 1st and 2nd, tickets and showtimes at the ImprovOrlando.com. Above all, come for the comedy. We could all use a laugh. The Improv is hiring for all evening positions: line cook, cocktail servers, and waitstaff, food runners, dishwashers. We cater to top talent and the best locals in the Central Florida area. Please call us at 407-480-5233 or email for open interviews.
In this week's Marketers Report, Dana Nussbaum, Executive Vice President, Worldwide Marketing at Warner Brothers Discovery, weighs in on regional audio marketing.
Although we're marketing at a very broad scale, it does include specific local markets, and that's the beauty of iHeart's network.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Immerse yourself in premium nationwide coverage, contract-free plans, and always-free activation with Consumer Cellular, now at your local Target. While you're there, check out our newest phone, the Iris Flip. It's all the phone and camera you need, plus it features a user-friendly design, making it the perfect flip phone. From now to December 16th, you can score $10 off when you buy the Consumer Cellular Iris Flip at Target, making it only $39.99. Visit your nearest Target for the full scoop.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Craving tender beef ribs? How about juicy pulled pork or sliced brisket that melts in your mouth? Jimmy Bear's Barbecue is thrilled to offer catering services that span from Tampa to Cocoa and St. Augustine to West Palm. Whether you're planning a corporate event, a family gathering, wedding, or any special occasion, our catering services are designed to bring mouth-watering barbecue flavors and impeccable service straight to your location. Go to jimmybears.com and feast upon our catering menu. That's jimmybears.com.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort, plus B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed.
How's your money feeling? It's about to feel happier with a certificate from Happy Money's partner, Alliant Credit Union. Elevate and increase your savings with 12-month terms and only $1,000 minimum. And the happiest part? Alliant certificates yield 5.25% APY annual percentage yield. Now that's a happier side of money. Elevate your savings. Go to happymoney.com/Alliant. That's ALLIANT. Funds insured up to $250,000 by NCUA. The APY is accurate as of the 11/1/2023 dividend declaration date. Early withdrawal penalties do apply. Fees may reduce earnings on the account. Any monthly withdrawals or transfers reduce earnings.
Early detection saves lives. It's a game changer in terms of treatment when you're talking about heart disease and cancer. Life Imaging FLA can help you with that. You know, we're all going to enjoy hanging out with our families and loved ones this holiday season. Did you know that on December 25th, December 26th, the most cardiac deaths occur? I know, it's a little scary. Listen, get a scan if you can. Get checked for heart disease. Get checked for cancer. Pick up your cell phone and call Life Imaging FLA. Get a scan if you can. It's a free hard scan. There's a few minimum requirements, but this is a $699 value. So from your cell phone, dial pound 250. Say the keyword free hard scan. That's pound 250. Just say free hard scan and you'll be connected in seconds. Get a scan if you can. Ask them about cancer screening as well. You'll have an option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia. It's Life Imaging FLA. Get a scan if you can. It's really important. Pound 250. Say the words free heart scan.
No one does happy hour like Twin Peaks. Whatever your preference, we have everything from tequila cocktails and an extensive bourbon category to top shelf spirits and cocktails served over ice balls. Local craft beers and handcrafted whiskey cocktails round out an adventurous drink menu second to none. And don't forget about our 29-degree man-sized drafts.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Preventive maintenance on all brands, and that saves you money and can detect an upcoming breakdown. Visit millsair.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Want to save big on custom faux wood blinds, shutters, cellular shades, and more? Shop Blindster today and save up to 50% over comparable blinds from brick and mortar stores. Get custom blinds at low prices and free shipping at Blindster.com.
Stay one step ahead of the algorithms. Real Radio 104.1 on Facebook. Find it and like it. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Story time with the three best friends you never knew you had.
friend Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Spoiler alert, he's already here. And next to me, hey, Moses, how are you?
Doing well.
How is everything in your world?
Everything's great. I used to love when I would just sit here and you'd be like, coming up next in the next segment. I'm just sitting here silently.
You wait in the wings until it's ready for go time. But you know what I saw, you guys? We were talking about all the strikes, the writer's strike in Hollywood and the actors, and they got all that stuff fixed. And they're starting to get back in gear. But in the meantime, they have to find more content to put on television. And they're starting a trend here. Remember, we heard that they were going to take Yellowstone and put Yellowstone on broadcast television?
They have been, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and they've been doing that. And they have to censor it, obviously. Can't play the one that they play on, what is that on, HBO? Or I don't know what channel that is on.
That was like Showtime?
Was it? Wherever that is, they have to clean it up for broadcast.
What was
and
FX?
now they found another one that they're going to do that with. They're going to start putting Only Murders in the Building on CBS and try to get it to a wider audience because they don't have a ton of content lined up. So they're going to stuff that was on demand only and putting it on broadcast television.
I feel like they wouldn't need as much censorship for that because I don't remember there being a whole lot of cursing in Only Murders.
No, if there is, there's not enough that it like really stands out. ABC is the network that's going to put Only Murders in the Building on, just like CBS did this with Yellowstone.
So for the actors and actresses in Only Murders, because this is the rare, I don't know that we've had too many shows go from streaming only to broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like syndication. But if you went into it knowing, you signed onto it knowing it was going to be a streaming only show, would you even be negotiating any syndication rights?
That's true. I wonder. Moses, from a legal perspective, if you sign, like, let's say I signed a deal to do a show on Netflix, and now I'm aware that they're going to put that on Netflix. We signed the arrangement and everything. And then Netflix wants to repurpose it somewhere else. Wouldn't they have to go back to the negotiating table with people?
I would think now that they would already have those terms negotiated as part of the contract because I think things have crossed networks before. They've been sold, changed platforms. I think people are much more aware now that that can happen, where before when it was just television and then went from television onto the streaming platforms, that's when things weren't really contemplated and got a little messy.
And once that happens they're like, make sure we put this in all of the contracts.
Dave Chappelle famously complained about that with Chappelle's show when it went to, what was it, Netflix, I think? Yeah, it was Netflix. And he said, well, they're not paying me for it.
Right.
Because it wasn't in the contract. Nobody ever thought of it.
Yeah, that's crazy. There's so many things that have to keep up with technology, and contracts are definitely one of them.
That was kind of a thing for radio stations when they started like streaming radio stations on the internet. I think it was not so much like the music and the content. It was like the voices in the advertisements that were like, we only signed up for this to be on broadcast, not on streaming or anything like that. And that's why there was such a hurdle.
Yeah. Sorry, I was a little distracted by Sabrina checking on Carl over there.
Okay, dude.
How's he doing?
Stop watching the screen.
No, is he doing all right over there? He looks good. He looks like he's doing okay.
I mean, he's not.
No, he's not feeling well.
Sorry, I got a little.
All right, it's all right.
Right here.
All right, she's getting really worked up about this. All right, let's do this. Here we go, Moses. You ready?
Born ready, Sean.
All right, I knew you were. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention. Before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass, you're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. After you're in an accident, after you have a slip and fall, you got injured at work, something happens to you where you know you're going to need some medical attention, maybe now, maybe further down the road. Because sometimes, Moses, I think people are like, I don't feel that bad. My back hurts a little bit. I'll be fine. You don't know what that's going to look like 5 years from now.
No, you don't.
10 years from now. Who knows? You got to make a move and make sure that you're protecting yourself, your family, and your future. Way you do that is pick up the phone after that accident and call 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MOE, or go to justcallmo.com. All right, Moses. Celia, what do we have on the list? Do we have anything there we should start with? Because I know we collected some things this week.
Let's see. The most recent one we talked about, and I'll bring this up first because I know it'll be fresh in Sean's mind, about the plastic surgeon that had made some posts about creating a great jawline, and then his patient got canceled, and a bunch of people thought it was Matt Rife, and Matt Rife even commented on it and said, hey, it's illegal to lie about your patients or something like that. And we were like, people were asking if plastic surgeons are under the same HIPAA, can they out their patients? What's the deal if he is lying, I mean, that wasn't very, it didn't sound like he was like, my patient is Matt Rife, but everybody just kind of went there.
But he's like doing a blind item on who one of his patients is.
Well, I think
they did determine that they weren't even that wasn't even his doctor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was just a joke, and then Matt Rife got all annoyed about it.
Okay.
I think he later deleted the comment saying it was illegal, actually. But there is HIPAA, of course. Doctors can't release the names of their patients and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
This was, he didn't release the name of it. People just assumed who it was, based on the statement. But it was a joke, and
Well, my question at the time, let me give you this hypothetical that I had brought up then. Let's say I'm a doctor, okay? All right? And you're going to have to suspend. I'll give us a little magic so we can suspend disbelief here just a little bit. Now, I am a doctor. There we are, okay? And I'm a plastic surgeon, and I do the same kind of thing, but I do it to C-Lane. And I'm like, there's some guy who was a patient of mine who I gave a penis transplant. And by the way, he might work on a radio show, wink, wink, about being a junkie. And if you put
that's
out there,
a little more pointed than just a guy
specific.
got canceled.
Okay, so maybe I just say he works on a radio show or something. If I give enough of a hint that everybody in the comments is guessing that person's name, even though I haven't said their name, haven't I still done something that violated that trust?
If you give enough information where the person can be identified, then yes, you violated it without saying their name, and you could be in trouble for it.
And as an attorney, you would take like those comments, right?
Yeah,
you say,
absolutely.
look, see, people were guessing this.
But here I don't know that. I think there's a good defense here that says the person got canceled. Well, people are assuming it's Matt Rife, but there's not really enough to link it to him. So if this was true, obviously here it's a joke,
right?
But for instance, I know there was a case where a guy got electrocuted in this small town. He's the only person who's ever been electrocuted in this small town.
Mm-hmm.
And the people who helped him with the electrocution posted something on their website about how they helped this individual.
We're not going to tell you who it is, but a guy who got electrocuted.
Right. And ultimately, everybody in town knew who it was.
Yeah.
And they had to take that information down because it violated confidentiality and the privilege.
So you don't have to say the name as long as it's obvious you're in violation.
Right. Yeah. If it's clearly identifiable who the person is, then you're still violating HIPAA or confidentiality.
We have a whole bunch more to get to. We got to talk about the bike drive.
Yeah.
Forrest, the radon cowboy, has told me something about Pringles cans that we. I don't know if we're supposed to get into that.
I can't believe he does this with the Pringles can. Really disappointed.
Okay, it's going to get weird, but that will be coming up in just a moment. All that plus more coming up next on the News Junkie.
The Real Radio Store is now open for business. Virtually. Find the official merchandise of your favorite radio station at realradio.fm/store.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
What's going on? I hope your weekend is off to a great start on this Friday. And right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando, still seeing some delays, including one due to an incident that has the shoulder blocked northbound on the Turnpike. That's after Colonial Drive and the Oakland Exchange exit heading towards Mineola Hancock Road. Southbound, a little bit of a delay, but no lanes affected. Westbound on I-4 after Central Florida Parkway, 2 left lanes are blocked due to an incident. Careful there. And your usual delay eastbound approaching State Road 535. Our Safe Touch Security traffic zip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Since 2010, Blindster has sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters to satisfied customers across the country with 20,000 5-star reviews and an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau. Custom blinds at low prices and free shipping. Blindster.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Immerse yourself in premium nationwide coverage, contract-free plans, and always-free activation with Consumer Cellular, now at your local Target. While you're there, check out our newest phone, the Iris Flip. It's all the phone and camera you need, plus it features a user-friendly design, making it the perfect flip phone. From now to December 16th, you can score $10 off when you buy the Consumer Cellular Iris Flip at Target, making it only $39.99. Visit your nearest Target for the full scoop.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
It's hot. We all know that. Have you noticed your power bill is skyrocketing? The current cost of energy is the highest it's ever been, and it's probably going to just keep getting higher. Solar Source can change that for you. I recently took the plunge with Solar Source with my pool heater, and man, it's been a game changer. I love working with Solar Source. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 6,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's and my sister's included. Solar Source makes it easy with a free estimate. Monster listeners, they have an online tool that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. No pressure, no salesman, just the facts. You can harness your own power and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting your electricity at higher and higher prices. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote. Solar Source, the most trusted name in solar. solarsource.com/monsters.
Attention business owners, this is John Souza, CEO of ERTC.com. The Employee Retention Tax Credit Program provides up to $26,000 per W-2 employee. If you're confused about the ERTC program, stop right now. Don't fall for false promises. The bottom line, there is no such thing as guaranteed eligibility. Being innovative with taxes can lead to an audit. All ERTC companies are not the same. The easiest way to know if a company is non-compliant is to ask one simple question. Is the CPA working on my file a W-2 employee of your company? If not, stop right now. Contact ERTC.com. IRS compliance is not an option. At ERTC.com, everything is done in-house by expert CPAs, and there's no cost to get started.
Get your free refund information now. 800-200-3122. 800-200-3122. 800-200-3122. That's 800-200-3122.
Thousands of stores across the country are pulling brand-name cold and allergy products off the shelves. Why? Because an FDA advisory panel recently determined that a drug they contain, oral phenylephrine, is ineffective as a nasal decongestant. Navage offers a drug-free solution that's fast and highly effective at relieving nasal congestion caused by colds and allergies. Navage uses suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril to help suck out allergens, mucus, and germs. Nasal irrigation works, and Navage makes it quick and easy, but more than anything, it helps you breathe better. Don't waste your time or money on products that are ineffective. Trust drug-free Navage for fast relief to help you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, Navage. Clean note.
Considering LASIK eye surgery? Well, look no further than the Filutowski Eye Institute. When it comes to your vision, trust the expertise of one of the most experienced surgical teams in all of Central Florida. With over 3 decades of experience, the team at the Filutowski Eye Institute has successfully performed over 65,000 LASIK procedures using the latest state-of-the-art technology. Text 1041 to 868686 to schedule your LASIK consultation, offering 24-month interest-free financing. Exceptional care is accessible. Just text 1041 to 868686 to start your journey to clearer vision today.
Oh, I love this restaurant. Glad we got a table quickly.
What does that sign say?
Caution, wet floor?
No, right next to it.
If you are 60 or older, you may be at increased risk of serious consequences from RSV, respiratory syncytial virus, compared to adults younger than 60. I didn't know that.
Not all dangers come with warning labels. Talk to your pharmacist or doctor about getting vaccinated against RSV today. RSV vaccines, including Pfizer's, are available. Learn more at bewareofrsv.com. Brought to you by Pfizer.
Rev up your riding season. Orlando Harley-Davidson has an action-packed events calendar and truckloads of 2023 models showing up every single week. From the highly sought-after Lowrider ST, Street Glide ST, and Road Glide ST to the 2023 CVOs. Orlando Harley-Davidson has a wide selection of both new and pre-owned motorcycles. Visit OrlandoHarley.com for a full list of motorcycle inventory and upcoming events. And be sure to stop by the Orlando Harley dealership located next to I-4, across from the Mall of Millennia.
No payments for 3 months with approved credit? Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyounneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Radio!
filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out. This is
You can, of course, learn more about the show over at thenewsjunkie.com and get the podcast there. Even better, if you just hang out with us for a little while today and you want more, you can listen to that podcast. And it goes way, way back into the history of this show. For some reason, it doesn't go all the way back to the beginning of the News Junkie, but it goes pretty far back and then stops at some random points.
Somebody was telling me they came up with like a random podcast after they were done, and it was one of like the 2017 ones.
Okay, so yeah, there you go. The show goes way back longer than that, but that's pretty far. And check it out. It's all free at thenewsjunkie.com. Our friend Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm is hanging out with us. Mo, we love you. We appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
We're always happy to have you. Sealand, we have anything else on the list of questions that we always have?
We do. All right, we have, I forget who exactly brought this up. We were talking about the idea of somebody stealing your dog.
Mm-hmm.
And usually if somebody's robbing you and they're at your house and you come out, you confront them, they run away, it is now illegal to shoot them in the back because they are attempting to run away and they're no longer a threat to you.
Right.
But if they have your dog, are you allowed to shoot them in the back, Moses?
Well, dogs are considered property in the state of Florida. So typically, no, you wouldn't be allowed to shoot them in the back because they're just carrying away. It would be like them carrying away your TV.
If it was a baby they were carrying away, you could, though?
Yeah, then somebody's life would be in danger, arguably. And that would give you some sort of, self-defense. It's self-defense of a third party defense to shoot.
Is that whole dogs as property thing, is that universal across the country? Or
I think it's pretty standard. I can't speak to every state of the nation, but I know at least in Florida, not only in cases like this are they dealt with as property, but if they're injured, if they're killed as part of a divorce, they're still just dealt with as property.
Oh my God, as part of a divorce.
Yeah.
Is this something that happens?
It happens all the time. So
that's dark, man.
There used to be a judge in town who would say, if you guys can't figure out who gets the dog, you take him to a park and you put him in the middle of between the two of you. I don't care if you cover yourself in bacon, but whoever he runs to gets the dog.
Wow. My God. Well, in this story, the person that had her dog stolen from her, the guy stole it. He used a taser to scare her, and she gave up her dog. And when you have a taser as the weapon against you, you probably, I'm just going to guess, can't respond with lethal force, or can you?
Well, it depends. So, I mean, somebody could be using a taser and you could think that they're trying to kidnap you and ultimately, kidnap you or do something horrible to you. So in those cases, maybe you could use lethal force, but it's going to depend on the circumstances surrounding, what the taser is doing and what threat they're posing to you. If they just have a taser, they're not aiming it to you or not trying to make any, not trying to harm you, your body or somebody that then maybe it's not appropriate to use lethal force in those cases.
Right. Yeah. This lady, I can't believe she gave up the dog. I would not have done it, but I guess I'm not in her circumstance.
Well, you've been tased before. You're used to
I've been tased before, and I'm ready to fight at the drop of a hat over a dog. I'll do that.
Now, if you're holding the dog and they tase you, the dog gets tased too, right?
I believe so. I think that they would travel through. No, we're not going to try that.
No.
We can't do that. We've got one dog down right now. Carl's not feeling well today. Sabrina's dog is just like not doing so well.
The studio reeks.
Oh, it's bad?
I try to clean it up, and I'm just like, he must have dolloped somewhere else. But yeah.
Don't say dollop.
It's true. That's what it's been.
Dollop
is better with a dollop of Carl.
Oh, gross. That's the worst way to refer to that.
My poor dude is just diarrhea city, and I don't know what happened.
There he is. I see him sleeping back there. Hopefully he'll get some rest and then go to the bed.
Did you notice his haircut? Because it is something else.
No, is he on point?
It's a different look. I asked him, like, just
come on, he's having a bad enough day, Sabrina.
I know, but they just they cut, like, he has a lot of fur on his ears, and they just went very short on the ears, and it turns out those suckers are as big as they look without the fur.
Yeah,
and so he kind of has like this kangaroo gremlin look to him right now. Carl,
this is a tough week for Carl. Carl learned that he was 2 years older than he thought he was. and now he's got this bathroom issue going on.
My poor baby.
And then his haircut's not as on point as it should be. Difficult week.
Oh, look at that. The ears for days.
Sealand, we got anything else on that list?
We do. I have one that I added to the list that we haven't actually talked about this, but my wife found this. She was flipping through something, and she found this link to a photographer in Miami. Mm-hmm. And apparently between 2013 and 2019, Zachary Bulber, B-A-L-B-E-R, he's a real estate photographer, and he does like mansions, like big money, Miami real estate, like Tommy Hilfiger's house. This guy has been taking pictures for real estate listings for all these mansions. So this guy's
good. He knows what he's doing, this dude.
Well, there's another thing he's been doing. While photographing a lot of these homes, he'll get naked and take pictures of himself.
What?
In the nude, like laying on the bed, sprawled out on the couch. He's been
selling that, or was it personal use?
He has a show now that he's presenting of all 150 photos are on view at Art Media Gallery in Little River until February of next year, and they're all
Pull it up.
Look up his name, Zachary, Z-A-C-H-A-R-Y, B-A-L-B-E-R, Zach Bulber. And it says that he just did these and all these listings. He did it in secret. Like people would be in the other room, and he would quick set up tripod, run over, be naked, boom. I mean, it was like a thrill for him to get away with this so many times. And he's finally showing these pieces. But they say, and I don't know if they're just using this term because it's sexy, but they said he held on to them for a while until a statute of limitations ran out, so he couldn't get in trouble with the law for taking these pictures in such a way. But my question is, what law might he have broken if nobody saw him naked?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
I mean, that is a good question. The only thing I could think of is that they could try to get him for trespassing for being there outside of the intended purpose of the photography job.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it would be tough to have criminal charges brought. Now, out of an abundance of caution, that may be why I waited for the statute of limitations. But assuming these people let him in the house to take photos.
Wouldn't you have to have a law in mind to even know what the statute of limitations is?
Typically. Yeah. But, in most states, you can look at kind of, okay, these are the possible, let's say it's trespassing, maybe they have a voyeurism one, and they'll look at them and say, okay, they're all 4 years or 5 years, so we'll just wait out the 5 years. Because that's when most of them would expire anyways before we release them.
Yeah, it's weird there because he was allowed access to this house, all these houses. Is this it, Sealand, the one I'm looking at in front of me here, where this guy's kind of laid out? Okay.
That's him.
So
it's very artistic.
Yeah, it's all very artistically done. And he was allowed access to these houses. He was allowed access to photograph and get video of these houses.
He just wasn't supposed to be nude.
He just wasn't supposed to be naked. There's that one little twist on it.
Could he argue that in his communications with the listing agent, he never promised to be fully clothed the entire time?
I mean, if there's a contract of some kind, there could be some language in the contract that allowed him to take pictures of persons in the property as well for artistic purposes.
This guy is really interesting, actually, and I wonder if he's going to have a problem booking those gigs moving forward.
I would hope so.
Another question, and maybe he doesn't have a contract, because if he had a contract, he might actually that might actually screw him over, because typically a lot of times if he's doing work for hire like that, the photographs, whatever photographs he took on property, would be owned by the listing agent.
Unless he put in the contract that he's allowed to use them for his own purposes, for marketing purposes, for art purposes, stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, man. There's another one here where he's like naked and on the stairs at one of the houses. And
so weird.
He put his junk on a lot of things.
Yeah, he's rubbing his stuff all over the place in these houses.
Pretty creepy.
Yeah. You know what we got to talk about real quick? Moses, you're always doing good stuff for the people. And in this case, the bike drive this year sounds like it was a great success. You went out there and dropped off a ton of bikes for kids for Christmas. And how'd everything go with the event this year?
It was great. The Monsters did it. What was it? Wednesday morning over at Exploria Stadium. They did a great job with it.
Were you cold out there?
It was freezing. Great morning for an early morning bike drive. But it's always a great event. When you guys did it, you knew that. And, a ton of people brought out bikes. Mike at Academy Sports helped us get bikes out there as well. And I think they raised like 167 bikes for kids. So a big success all around.
Yeah. You know those folks at what's the name of the sports place again?
Academy.
Orlando City?
No, Orlando Academy. They're fantastic over there. They help out with all this stuff, and I know they like to do these events, and it's a great cause, the bike drive each year. Keep it in your mind for next year, folks, if you want to do something good. Like, imagine the idea, all the bad stuff you've done all year long, that you get to think on Christmas Day, hey, there's one kid that got a bicycle because of me, so at least I got that.
So now you can do bad the rest of the year?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Yeah, go out there and smoke something, drink something, do whatever. Because you've earned it, because you've done one good thing at least that you've brought to the world.
It's really great that it was such a success, despite Sabrina's attempts to sabotage it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I did not attempt to sabotage. I was trying to be a colleague and a friend to Angel, in which I provided a space heater that I had.
Because now, I think it was in the 40s out there, right? It was cold as hell.
Yeah, it was.
And I happened to pass by when they were talking about how it's going to be the coldest day of the year. So I'm like, I got a space heater. We've been there before. I think there was like a broadcast we did a couple years ago where I had a space heater at her feet because it was so damn cold.
Maybe not one that pulled that many watts.
I didn't realize it pulled. It's a very small. It doesn't look like it's a watt puller, but I found out that that I guess I shut down the power and thusly the broadcast.
When you plugged it in during the radio show, the broadcast came to a screeching halt because it drained too much power from the grid, I guess. This little tiny thing, man, was just super powerful, I guess.
Size of a GameCube.
Yeah. Anyhow, great thing each year, great event that Real Radio does. And thank you for being part of that. And those kids are going to have fun with those bikes for sure. But what's going on with this Pringles can thing that Forrest keeps telling me about?
Have you heard about the Pringle pooper?
I have not, but he said this is the best video that he's done.
Oh, yeah, we did do a video of it. If you want to watch the video, it's on our Instagram or Facebook. Just call Mo on Instagram or Facebook. But there was this an attorney in Ohio who was suspended for a year. He's not allowed to practice law for a year because he pooped in a can of Pringles and chucked it at a victim advocacy center as he drove by. Now, he knew all these people at the victim advocacy center, and he was about to see the attorneys from there in court in 15 minutes.
Wow.
But in his defense, he said, well, this wasn't targeted at them. I just normally poop in Pringles cans and throw them out the window.
Come on.
So it wasn't meant as a hate crime. It was just more of a prank. And, I do this on a regular basis.
There's no shot that this guy on a regular basis is going to the bathroom in Pringles cans. Even though now that I think about it, they're kind of suited for it.
I kind of disagree.
No?
I think that's too risky, too small of a hole.
Yeah, but if you can keep it targeted,
if you're going right to the spout,
if you can't,
if you miss,
if you miss, oh boy, yeah, and you're right. You could just put it right up against the skin and just. Oh, all right. I'm gonna watch that video. Just call Mo on Instagram.
Just call Mo. Now the best part was, it was a murder trial he was going to with these people. So,
wow.
Clearly very focused on the murder trial when you're pooping in Pringles cans and chucking them at people on the way to court. But,
you're a grown adult. What are you doing wandering through the world? This guy needs to never be near a Pringles can again.
And you guys did a whole video about this.
Yes.
We do good work over at the firm.
That's right. Okay, just call Mo over on Instagram. Go check that out. Mo's always posting something fun and keeping you informed with everything that's happening at the DeWitt Law Firm. We also want to hear from you today. Join us with what we call a dispatch. Record yours now. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. We'll be back in just a moment. There's a man who I was talking about earlier who was charged over a death at a slapping therapy workshop. What is this all about, and what happened? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
You know you're going to waste part of your day on social media, so why not waste it with us? Real Radio 1041 on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
What's going on? I hope your weekend is off to a great start on this Friday. And right now on the major highways and roads of Orlando, still seeing some delays, including one due to an incident that has the shoulder blocked northbound on the turnpike. That's after Colonial Drive and the Oakland Exchange exit heading towards Mineola Hancock Road. Southbound, a little bit of a delay, but no lanes affected. Westbound on I-4 after Central Florida Parkway, 2 left lanes are blocked due to an incident. Careful there. And your usual delay eastbound approaching State Road 535. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.
This report is sponsored by Mount Dora Christmas Walk.
Join us at the Christmas Walk in downtown Mount Dora Friday, December 1st from 6 to 9 p.m., sponsored by Advent Health and Discover Lake. A celebration of lights, shopping, and holiday fun. For details and activities, visit MountDora.com. See you December 1st at the Mount Dora Christmas Walk.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Thousands of stores across the country are pulling brand name cold and allergy products off the shelves. Why? Because an FDA advisory panel recently determined that a drug they contain, oral phenylephrine, is ineffective as a nasal decongestant. Navage offers a drug-free solution that's fast and highly effective at relieving nasal congestion caused by colds and allergies. Navage uses suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril to help suck out allergens, mucus, and germs. Nasal irrigation works, and Navage makes it quick and easy, but more than anything, it helps you breathe better. Don't waste your time or money on products that are ineffective. Trust drug-free Navage for fast relief to help you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Looking to switch your phone service? Well, what if there was a carrier that wasn't just another phone company? One that's brand new, built with technology for the next 50 years, not the last 50. Now there's Boost Infinite Wireless, the only carrier that switches between its own network and the other top 2 networks to find the best quality calls and data for you, anywhere, anytime. And now you can get a low-priced, unlimited wireless plan that gives you a new iPhone every year. Its power of new technology gives you better service at lower prices. Switch today. Boost Infinite Wireless. Call 855-55-BOOST. That's 1-855-55-BOOST. Or visit boostinfinite.com. That's boostinfinite.com. Or go to amazon.com and search for Boost iPhone 15 today. See boostinfinite.com for terms and conditions.
This Saturday and Sunday, only at Old Navy. Get $14 adult flannels and $12 flannels for kids. Right now, grab this fall's must-have flannels for only $14 and $12. But hurry, it's only this Saturday and Sunday at Old Navy. Valid 12, 2, and 3, select styles only.
Attention business owners. This is John Souza, CEO of ERTC.com. The Employee Retention Tax Credit Program provides up to $26,000 per W-2 employee. If you're confused about the ERTC program, stop right now. Don't fall for false promises. The bottom line, there is no such thing as guaranteed eligibility. Being innovative with taxes can lead to an audit. All ERTC companies are not the same. The easiest way to know if a company is non-compliant is to ask one simple question. Is the CPA working on my file a W-2 employee of your company? If not, stop right now. Contact ERTC.com. IRS compliance is not an option. At ERTC.com, everything is done in-house by expert CPAs, and there's no cost to get started.
Get your free refund information now. 800-200-3122. 800-200-3122. 800-200-3122. That's 800-200-3122.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Are you experiencing tooth pain? Advanced Endodontics can help. With state-of-the-art care, experienced and compassionate staff, and 6 convenient locations throughout Central Florida, we make it easy to find the relief you need. We partner with well-known companies who offer great financing options, so you can achieve the smile of your dreams. And the best part is, no referrals are needed. Schedule your appointment today at INeedARootCanal.com. That's INeedARootCanal.com.
Rev up your riding season. Orlando Harley-Davidson has an action-packed events calendar and truckloads of 2023 models showing up every single week. From the highly sought-after Lowrider ST, Street Glide ST, and Road Glide ST to the 2023 CVOs. Orlando Harley-Davidson has a wide selection of both new and pre-owned motorcycles. Visit OrlandoHarley.com for a full list of motorcycle inventory and upcoming events. And be sure to stop by the Orlando Harley dealership located next to I-4, across from the Mall of Millennia.
Hi, I'm Daniel Tosh, host of a new podcast called Tosh Show, brought to you by iHeart Podcasts. I'll be interviewing people that I find interesting, so not celebrities, and certainly not comedians. We'll be covering topics like religion, travel, sports, gambling, but mostly it will be about being a working mother. If you're looking for a podcast that will educate and inspire, or one that will really make you think, this isn't the one for you. Listen to Tosh Show on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
The show that takes you from Skywall summer to Jack Rocket fall.
Send help over here, please, because Forrest.
What's the matter?
Forrest likes the Tesla truck. He wants one of those Tesla trucks.
Oh, Forrest.
He wants to drive around town. I go, you better be real excited to get some attention because that thing stands out, and you're going to have people looking at you in that big silver-ass, shiny, bulletproof for some weird reason truck that you're going to start seeing on the streets.
Is it bulletproof?
I think. Right?
Okay, but remember when he tried to prove that and then smashed the window and it cracked?
Mo said it was arrow-proof, right? Because there was a video of them shooting it, like Joe Rogan or something, shot an arrow at the side of one of them. We were talking about Teslas during the break there, and Mo, I saw a guy post a video this week, and all these people, I'm like, do they know the law? Do they know a single attorney in their life? This guy said, I was trying to see how fast I could get on the interstate, and he's holding his phone in one hand, and he's got his phone on the speedometer on his Tesla, and he's just throttling this thing up, and he got it to 195 miles an hour.
Woo-wee.
And then he posted the video online, and I thought to myself, I'm pretty sure you could get arrested for this. Could you just say like, oh, you can't tell because it doesn't show the road in front of me and it only shows the speedometer, you can't tell that I'm driving on the road?
I mean, they'd have to have basically a wheel witness who could actually physically put him behind the wheel while it's on the road and driving. So if nobody witnessed him, then it may be difficult to arrest him. But I mean, if you get pulled over going that speed, you're going to jail. If you hit and kill somebody, you're going to jail for a very long time. I mean, that is...
Or dying immediately if you hit anything.
Super dangerous, serious stuff. And killing yourself as well.
195 miles an hour. Never been that fast in my life. I don't know that I need to go that fast, but...
I want to try it one time.
Yeah?
But, in a safe, closed track or something.
Well, here's the thing, Sabrina. If you're going to get up to 195 miles an hour, you damn well better go to 200 miles an hour because you're right there. And 200 miles an hour...
198.
200 miles an hour sounds so much cooler than 195. Just something about it. You broke into another number there. But we're talking about all these cars, and Forrest was saying there's people out there who are still anti-electric car. I don't get that. I don't understand that take. I don't see why it's like there's not a manly thing to drive an electric car. If a car goes from 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds, that's badass. Right? I don't care if it's powered by potatoes. It doesn't matter to me. It's still cool. C-Lane was in a guy's Uber who had a Tesla. Didn't that guy kind of hit the gas and rocket it to 60?
He did, and I was very impressed by it. And then when I rented the Tesla that I rented to go down to Tampa for the day, I did that very many times on my own.
Can they tell that you did that because you rented that?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't think they would care.
Yeah, you're going to get somebody with a strike.
That guy had 4 strikes. And that's different, though. That's for the taking your hands off the wheel thing.
That still pisses me off. That you can buy stuff like you buy a Tesla and they can give you strikes for bad behavior as a Tesla driver.
You know what I know?
They can sue you if you sell the car, right? Remember, didn't we have that with the trucks?
You know what? I learned this week from listening to Jimmy tell his story about Thanksgiving, and they were going cross-country in an electric vehicle, is they don't necessarily, I mean, I would assume this is the same for Tesla. If you're charging it, you can't put it in gear.
Oh, you can't?
Yeah. So if you need to haul ass, like if somebody's coming up on you and you're charging, you're kind of a sitting duck with a Tesla.
Well, you may be able to soon. I saw this story from the Associated Press, and they said crews have installed what's billed as the nation's first wireless charging public roadway for electric vehicles beneath a street just west of downtown Detroit. Copper inductive charging coils allow vehicles equipped with receivers to charge up their batteries while driving, idling, or parking above the coils. That's kind of cool, man.
In Detroit, all that copper is going to be stolen in about a month.
It probably is. There's a really good chance that happens, actually. They said the quarter-mile segment of 14th Street will be used to test and perfect the technology ahead of making it available to the public within a few years. That's next level. If the roads are charging the cars, your car never even loses battery.
Hey.
Range doesn't matter anymore. And there goes Forrest in his fully charged, dumb-looking Tesla truck down the road at 900 miles an hour. What a world we're living in here. All right, let's get in some dispatches real quick. I did want to get this because I teased the story. I can't believe this is a thing, but there is a guy who's been charged after the death of a woman, Moses, who was attending a slapping therapy workshop. This woman was 71 years old, and the guy who did this was in California. He's now been charged with manslaughter and is being extradited back to the United Kingdom. So different laws over there, obviously. The workshop is understood to involve, look this up, Pidalagin therapy, P-A-I-D-A, and the second word is L-A-J-I-N, Pidalagin therapy, which sees patients being slapped or slapping themselves repeatedly. I would have figured that this guy could just say, hey, it's slap therapy. They knew what they were getting into.
They consented to it, essentially.
Yeah, they consented to being here. They knew what was up. We're doing the slap therapy. The lady dies. Well, it's not ideal, but...
he slapped her real hard then.
Well, what if one of these people at these professional slap fights ended up killing the other person?
Well, there it would be the same as, if a boxer got hit wrong and went down and died. I mean, typically in those situations, you've consented to the sport. You're aware of, the potential risks of that sport, whether it's football or boxing or hockey.
Yeah.
Now, if you take some sort of action that's outside of, the confines of the sport, and that's the issue of that case where the hockey player died, where the blade of slit his throat, basically, or the artery on the side of his throat.
Right.
Because the argument there is that the guy, intentionally pushed his skate towards the guy's neck.
Yeah, that's also in England, and he, I believe, did end up getting charged.
They charged him with manslaughter under that theory that he intentionally pushed his skate towards his neck. However, if it was just a freak accident and part of the sport, then there shouldn't be any charges. But based on the video, they think he might have kind of pushed his foot towards him. Same thing goes here.
But hold on, that wouldn't be something that he could sue the league over, or like the stadium. Would he have to sue the guy who was acting in that way that put the skate closer to his throat?
Well, most likely. I mean, right now we're talking criminal charges. So right now he's been charged with some version of manslaughter over there. Now again on the civil front, you'd probably have to sue that other player, arguing that he intentionally, again pushed his skate towards the guy's neck. Or his family would.
Yeah.
Rather than it's just an accident that's part of the inherent dangers of playing hockey.
Damn. That's a crazy story, that whole thing. And we read one earlier, which is about another female hockey player, and she was skating along on the ice during a game, and she ran into the goalpost, and she's paralyzed now from her chest down.
Oh,
and
wow.
it's like, holy
That's
cow.
awful.
It's dangerous out there. All right. We're going to hear from you with the dispatches here that you've sent over in the last bit. You can send yours and join us on the News Junkie radio show just like that by going to thenewsjunkie.com and hitting record on your first dispatch right now. Mo, we're going to wrap it up when we come back.
Let's do it.
We're going to do the final dispatches.
Yeah, grab your Pringle cans, everybody.
Oh, gross. Carl might need a little Pringle can.
Like one of those little
One of those
half
minis.
Pringle cans.
It'd be perfect for him. He's so small. We'll also do the stories that didn't make the cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Friday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
He is always on TikTok.
It is. Listen, I have shunned most of all of my other social. I am a TikTok guy.
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Happy Friday, everyone. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro. Afternoon highs today soaring to the 80s. We're well above seasonal with partly sunny skies. You can expect these warm temperatures to continue into the weekend. Highs reaching the mid-80s Saturday and Sunday before a cold front moves through, bringing limited rain chances at this time. But cooler temperatures will be expected as we head into the middle of next week. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Shopping for new blinds? At Blindster, we offer over 50 different blinds, shades, and shutters at low prices, custom made for your windows, and shipping is free. Shop at home and order 10 free samples of any product before you buy. Blindster.com.
Sharing is caring, right? Well, that's what they say. But at McDonald's, they mean it. That's the only place where when I roll through with my fam, I leave happy and full. Because for real, I get everything I want. No. Scratch that. We all get everything we want. Especially right now, when we can bundle our faves for breakfast. How about a savory sausage McMuffin with melty cheese, or the most delicious, warm, flaky sausage biscuit with those delicious classic hash browns for just $2.79? Or later in the day, get the fam together and go all out. Bundle the hits like a crispy McChicken topped with mayo and lettuce, or a juicy McDouble with not one, but two 100% pure beef patties and tasty, small, world-famous fries for only $3.69. McDonald's eats, and so do we all, because there's always something for everyone. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid with product served.
At Bank of America, we asked our employees what they wanted most.
I want to work where everyone is welcome.
To have benefits that take good care of my family.
To move forward in my career. We listened and did all that and more. It's why we're proud to be Just Capital's #1 top company to work for. Bank of America. What would you like the power to do? Just Capital used annual rankings that track performance across the 5 worker-related issues evaluated. Bank of America N.A. member FDIC. Equal credit opportunity lender.
If your property has been damaged in a storm, call me, Mark Anajar, at the law offices of Anajar & Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. And take back control of your life.
Office in Orlando.
'Tis the season of holiday gatherings. Light up everyone with a box of a dozen Dunkin' Donuts. From sprinkled and powdered to frosting galore, you'll have everyone's fave in one festive box, including yours. Save time and order ahead in the app. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Terms apply.
Hey, Savannah, I was thinking today we could head to one of the big old theme parks.
Yeah, you and $10 million tourists. Get ready for 2-hour lines and a 3-minute ride.
Well, let's go to Gatorland.
I was going to say that, and not just because it's a Gatorland commercial.
We can enjoy all the great animal shows and gators for less, since Florida residents get in for only $17.50 till the end of December.
That's way less than parking at a big park.
Wait, they make your car pay to go to a theme park?
Yep, and the cars don't even get to ride rides.
More fun for less money at Gatorland.
And we don't make your car pay to just sit there.
Looking for a sizzling good time in all of Central Florida? Look no further than Jimmy Bear's Barbecue and Porky's Comedy Club, where flavor meets fun. Jimmy Bear's Barbecue and Porky's Comedy Club is proud to bring you top-tier entertainment, along with our delicious fresh barbecue offerings. Whether you're looking for a night out with friends, a unique date night, or just a good time, Jimmy Bear's Barbecue and Porky's Comedy Club is the place to be. Utilize code 1041 for monster deals online or in-house. Jimmy Bear's Barbecue and Porky's Comedy Club in St. Cloud, where flavor meets fun.
Your childcare fell through, and suddenly you need money for a babysitter. But how? With the Solo Funds app, that's how. Solo is a community where other members loan you the cash you need at terms you select. No credit checks, no title loans, no faceless banks. Get the loan you need from a person who wants to see you succeed. Join the Solo movement. Join us at solofunds.com.
This is Michael David from Seattle. I'm 51 years old, and 6 months ago, I started taking Andro 400 to increase my testosterone. Since then, I've lost 35 pounds of fat, and my waist went from size 38 to size 32. I have more energy, and I look and feel 20 years younger. And now my wife tells me I have to take Andro 400.
Hi, this is Sherry. My husband started taking Andro 400 a few months ago, and wow, has he ever changed. He's no longer a couch potato, and he actually likes to go out and do things again. Best of all, he lost his gut, and is he looking good. All I have to say about that is...
Andro 400, the natural way to increase your testosterone. Guys, if you'd like to lose your belly fat, gain energy and muscle, and feel like you did years ago, try Andro 400, the safe, effective, and inexpensive way to boost your testosterone. Andro400.com.
iHeartRadio is your #1 app for the holidays. Just open the app and search iHeart Holiday and start listening to Magic 107.7, plus all kinds of other holiday stations, playlists, and podcasts. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Welcome back to Wawa Siptopia, your handcrafted beverage happy place. Right now, all your crafted to crave favorites are only $3 for a 16-ounce and $4 for a 24-ounce. Gotta have a Wawa.
The Rolling Stones, the greatest rock and roll band in the world, famous for their police-escorted motorcades that whisk them in and out of their live shows. Now, iHeartRadio gives you a chance to be part of the entourage on the Stones' upcoming tour. You and 3 friends travel via motorcade to the VIP entrance, check out Soundcheck, and see the Rolling Stones live from some of the best seats in the house. Another iHeartRadio once-in-a-lifetime experience. Enter to win by listening to this station on the free iHeartRadio app.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out.
Back and told the guys in the Rolling Stones when they were like in their 20s, hey, someday you're going to do a tour sponsored by AARP, and you're going to be out on the road playing your songs, and the AARP will be the sponsor of all that. I don't know if they would have believed you, but probably good money to be taken in.
Second bit of news, Mick and Keith. Not only is your tour going to be sponsored by the AARP, but here are the prices for the seats at your tour. That's probably at 20 years old, what would blow their minds.
Is theirs really expensive too?
It's kind of going along with a lot of the major tours going around right now. Jack was looking at tickets the other day, and he's like, "This is the AARP pre-sale," and I was like, "Yikes!"
How much was it? A couple $100 or something?
Floor seats were like $4 and change, maybe $5. Or
would you guys pay that to go see the Rolling Stones?
No.
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 I've never seen the Rolling Stones. I would want to see them before they died.
Maybe a while ago, but
would you go see them, Moses?
Probably not.
No, my God,
I'll
you
go
guys.
see them for free.
You guys don't like the classics, the Rolling Stones?
I mean, I agree with you. I'd like to see them before they stop touring or die, but to dish out that kind of money on tickets, you got to actually really like the band.
I had tickets through the radio station to go to see the Rolling Stones a handful of years ago. And I had to give them to friends, and they turned out to be really good tickets. I saw the pictures from them, and I was like, oh, good for them. But instead, I had to attend a wedding in the Bahamas. So I think I got the better end of that deal, Moses.
Yeah, I think so. All right. Yeah, I mean, you see that, and you see a band, and you know sometimes this might be the last time you'll ever get to see them live. And if you miss that opportunity, and then all of a sudden they died, you'd be pissed off, I think. At least some people would. I'd go check them out. They're making fun of them over on chat. The Rolling Bones.
It sounds like you already got tickets, didn't you, Sean?
No, I didn't, but I'm contemplating it now because me and Courtney are trying to go out and do more things, and concerts are something that we really haven't gone to a lot of them over the years, and so I'd like to do that. I don't want to pay $450 a ticket, though. So little steep. Okay.
I just don't think I could sing along. I could, as soon as they start, bam, 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 and then... that's it.
No way you don't know Rolling Stones songs. I mean,
I know them, but I don't think I could sing along. And then it's to the extent of maybe.
Do you even know what song you were just singing?
4 or 5. I'm sorry?
Do you even know what song you were just singing?
Satisfaction.
Oh, you can sing along to that.
I guarantee you would know some of the words. It would just come to you. You might not know all of them, but they're so famous that if somebody said, "Oh, I've never heard a Rolling Stones song," like I wouldn't believe that person if they said that. All right, let's go over to your final dispatches on this lovely Friday. We're heading into the weekend here momentarily, and we got Guitar Slinger, and he says he's talking about electric vehicles.
It's funny you were saying about
why you wouldn't want to have an electric vehicle. There was a whole article in the Palm Beach Post this morning off the Associated Press about the reliability factor of electric vehicles. And in some instances, it's as bad as 78% worse than a combustion engine, just for problems, because the technicians haven't been in the field that long with this type of technology as they have been with internal combustion engines. And then there's infrastructure as far as planning on charging. And there's a lot of issues that still have yet to be resolved before I get into an EV. That's for sure.
First of all, I didn't say I was against an electric vehicle. I actually mock people who think getting an electric vehicle is like a pussy thing to do.
Unmanly.
You're like, oh, the loser's driving an electric vehicle. It's not 1994, folks. These cars that are electric vehicles are beautiful cars with kick-ass technology. They're insanely fast. Like, what is the thing you don't like? It doesn't make a bunch of noise when you hit the gas pedal? Oh, no. I'm not going to get a cool noise out of it. Forrest said the argument is an electric vehicle is like a microwave. It gets the job done and, you know, cooks your food and stuff. But a gas-powered engine, gas-powered car is like an oven. And, you know, you got the heat and you got all the parts.
Grill.
And I said, that is such cope. All that matters is how fast you're going or how cool the technology is inside the car. None of the other stuff matters at all. I would take an electric car in a second, but I haven't gotten one yet. Maybe next year at some point. Here's I'm a PC with a dispatch about driving.
So does the test of that fancy roadway to charge electric vehicles include stealability? Because that would be an interesting study. It's
an edgy place to put it in Detroit. But, and by the way, if you missed that, they're putting this road in, they're like putting these equipment under the road where if you're in an electric vehicle, it can charge as you're driving in Detroit. But Detroit's also, Motor City? That's what they call Detroit, so that makes sense, and that's probably why they're putting it there. I get that. Oh, here's somebody who says, Mo is amazing. You want to hear this, Mo?
I mean, I always like some good flattery.
We're going to skip to the next one.
You suck.
We got to cancel that one.
Here's 99.
I just want to say that
God.
the boss, that man made me money in my podcast. I love you, Mo.
Sorry about that, Mo. I want to apologize. That was unacceptable in so many ways. I do have a question for you here from Forest Man, though. Not Forest, but
it's very confusing.
Forest Man.
High Five Friday.
Hey.
Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, I got a question for Mo.
Since
this week
weekends.
we've been talking about child support. My daughter, how it's written in our divorce paperwork, the day she graduates is the day I stop paying child support. My question is, does the state know what day she's going to graduate? And if not, am I supposed to file some paperwork, give them a heads up, or hire someone to do it for me? Thank you, guys. Love ya. Have a great weekend.
You ever heard of that before, Mo?
Yeah, it happens all the time. So exactly like what he says, it just says that the date that she graduates, but the state has no idea the date that she graduates.
Right.
So unless you file a motion to terminate child support, assuming they're still pulling the money out of your check, assume they're just taking it automatically out.
How common is that, though?
It's actually very common.
Really?
That's why we
not 18, but when they graduate high school.
It's if they're 18 with a reasonable expectation of graduating high school before they're 19, then it goes through the date of graduation.
Ah, okay, I see. Well, I know what you're saying now. All right.
But
could you get screwed on that if they graduate at 17?
It would probably still go till they're 18.
So it goes until you're 18 no matter what, but if you're 18 and still in high school, it extends beyond that.
Exactly.
And you have to file paperwork. Okay.
This motion to terminate child support, can you file that if you're still married?
Oh, my God, Christopher.
Well, you wouldn't be paying child support if you were still married, sir.
The question stands.
As an abundance of cause.
You can file whatever you want. Whether it'll get you anywhere is a different story.
We had this big conversation on the show yesterday about all the single moms out there, and then people are like, oh, there's single dads with bad mothers, and the whole system's set up against the guys. And I think that a lot of that has changed, right? Like, is the system still for custody of children set up unfairly when it's a man who's going through the process of trying to get custody, or what?
Well, now there's actually a legal presumption of equal time sharing, meaning 50-50 time sharing, 50-50 custody under the new law that was passed, I think it was earlier this year. So the court starts at a presumption that the time sharing should be equal between mom and dad, but that is a rebuttable presumption if they think that there's one reason one of the parents shouldn't have as much time or can't exercise as much time sharing. They can, skew from that presumption. But they do start with the equal time sharing presumption now. So it's not the days where you go into court and dad is presumed to get every other weekend or anything like that. Those days are gone.
So here's the hypothetical I want to throw at you, because a lot of people think this is the case. My inbox was full of this stuff yesterday. There were so many guys who said, you don't know what you're talking about, Sean, because I wanted to be an active father in my child's life, but because my ex is such a bitch, this terrible person, she just told him no, and they didn't give me access. Usually now, if you're a father and you can't get access to your child, or you don't get any custody, isn't that a sign that there's some case against you having that access to the custody? It's not just somebody being a bitch and not wanting it.
Well, now under the new law with the presumption, then yes, they have to show, evidence to rebut the presumption. Maybe there's, a history of drug or alcohol abuse, mental health issues. Usually it has to be something pretty serious. Now, historically, and it depends what county you're in, what judge you get. Maybe the other parent is, making a bunch of allegations. And, the toughest thing oftentimes is fighting those allegations. You have to go into court and actually fight them, and that can cost money and can take time.
Right.
And sometimes people don't necessarily want to do that, and they give up and they settle. And then, they regret it later on. But, I always say, at least in the period of time I've been practicing law, even before this presumption was in place, in most counties, most judges kind of already started at the basis that mom and dad should have equal time sharing, unless there's a reason for them not to. And that has to be a pretty serious reason usually.
Right.
But you have to fight for your rights.
To party. Well, the last question I have for you here as we wrap everything up today, I was thinking about this earlier. When you have such contentious situations as a divorce case, and you have to do something like mediation, where at least on TV, I always see, the husband's on one side of the table, the wife's on the other side, and they're talking about splitting things up. And what do you tell the person who is your client to make them relax in that moment? Because I could see the fireworks coming up quite a bit with all the bad energy.
Well, in the more contentious cases, a lot of times you start in separate rooms and the parties are never actually even in the same room.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's easier. Sometimes, emotions don't help things, towards a settlement. But oftentimes I tell people, look, nothing bad can happen at mediation, because you're not going to let anything bad happen to you. I'm not going to let anything bad happen to you. And the worst that happens is you walk out of here the same way you walked in, and that's without an agreement.
Right.
And we go to see the judge.
Yeah, true.
So, that usually kind of helps them relax, because there's no judge at mediation. No one's making a decision. You have to agree to something there.
That makes sense. All right, let's do the stories that didn't make the cut. Brought to you by Nations Trucks. Love all of our friends over there at Nations Trucks. Go find the truck of your dreams. Maybe it's a Tesla Cybertruck. Who knows? Go look at the inventory. Go to nationstrucks.com right now. All the stories made the cut. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
I believe in you, Mo. You're going to get these. I know you're going to be able to do this.
I believe in you too, Moses.
Here we
Thank
go.
you, Sabrina. That means a lot coming from you.
Today I Learned, sponsored by J. David Tax Law. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away. Today I Learned C-Lane's favorite song.
Proud to be American.
Oh, no. Last Christmas.
That's right. Last Christmas by Wham. C-Lane hates this Christmas song.
Yuck.
George Michael, the creator and singer of Wham's Last Christmas, died on Christmas Day. Oh, makes it so much more sad when it's on Christmas Day for some reason.
It was his last Christmas.
It was indeed. Today, when people stick their tortoises in the fridge during the winter, just so you know, in case you were wondering about that, they say using a fridge allows tortoises to hibernate at a controlled temperature compared to gardens and garages. It scares certain people. They think you're doing something bad to the tortoise, but
somebody
it's
who
fun.
opens the fridge looking for a beer and they find a big old turtle.
What's happening in
Make
here?
some soup here.
Today, I learned this movie.
Wizard of Oz.
The Wizard of Oz is correct. The Stradivarius violin used in Wizard of Oz on Somewhere Over the Rainbow once belonged to Einstein's teacher. It sold for a cool, crisp $15 million in 2022. One of the most valuable instruments on planet Earth. And finally, friends, have a good weekend, everybody. Today, this woman right here.
Donna Summer?
Pat
Benatar.
Pat Benatar is correct. Pat Benatar's career did not start off strong. Her first big gig that she landed was at a Holiday Inn. And then she got a job as a singing waitress at a nightclub named the Roaring Twenties. It was there she met and formed a duo with pianist Phil Coxon, which expanded into a 10-person band, which eventually expanded into her band. And there you go. Moses, thanks for hanging out with us.
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate you. We'll be back on Monday, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Go get the podcast at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll see you next time, everybody.
We belong to the sound of the world. Both born and unborn.
Pike. That's after Colonial Drive in the Oakland Exchange exit heading towards Mineola Hancock Road. Southbound, a little bit of a delay, but no lanes affected. Westbound on I-4 after Central Florida Parkway, 2 left lanes are blocked due to an incident. Careful there. And your usual delay eastbound approaching State Road 535. Our Safe Touch Security traffic tip line number is 866-676-8477. I'm Brian Black with your report.